Trading Show. My name is David. I'm one of your three hosts today. Senior Blockchain Oracle. I like it. Can we do something new every day? Because I never know what's it's going to say under my name. Usually they're pretty good. I am your Senior Blockchain Oracle. Welcome to the Trading Show. I'm joined by none other than the Master of Zen, the Zen Master.
That's right.
JP.
Zen Master JP here, ready for a swing.
Bitcoin Buddha, Crypto Monk.
Hey,
Before we introduce Maverick over here, you'll know why I called him Maverick in a second. What do you think his title banner is going to say? Top Gun.
Something with a sausage.
First, you're still on that sausage, huh?
Sorry.
We got none other than Big Rob, Maverick from Top Gun. What's up, man?
It's looking clean.
Loudspoken market profit. Okay.
Looks like Pitbull.
Call me Mr. Worldwide on the banner, baby. Let's go!
It looks like one of those douchebags.
Mr. Worldwide here in the flesh, baby.
GTL.
Let's go.
In a Miami nightclub on a Friday night, asking the bouncer, "Why I gotta pay to get in?" Man?
Let me fill y'all in on that.
Look at that. How many buttons is that undone there? Is that 4 or 5?
It's like a robe, you know. You just got that one tie in the middle.
What?
It's giving Jersey Shore, man. Situation.
Yeah.
Man.
You know, there's a couple obvious things today. One, Bitcoin's up. So my energy's up, bro. I came in amped, bro.
Yeah, we know. We thought you snorted a line of you know what outside before you walked into the studio here.
Did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
Those days are over. Guys, new start time starts this week, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, moving forward, Monday through Friday. And then Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, you're going to get the Zen Master solo show, the overstimulated show. That one, I put 3 p.m. Pacific to only God knows when that's going to go on. It might be a 2-hour stream, might be a 15-hour stream. We just don't know. The Zen Master knows. Gentlemen, Bitcoin. Getting a little push up here, 63,700, and I know the exact reason why. Without a question, without a shadow of a doubt, this is why Bitcoin's rallying. MicroStrategy has acquired 1,550 Bitcoin for $101 million. That's why we're pumping. Of course, I'm kidding, but for everyone that was like, oh my God, they sold 32 Bitcoin. Well, they turned around and bought 50x that on a purchase. So they've increased their USD reserve by 100 million because everyone's always worried about them going under. And then their current Bitcoin holdings are 845,256 Bitcoin, nearing that 1 million Bitcoin threshold, that benchmark that everyone yearns for. Well, that Michael Saylor yearns for. Just a quick piece of news there. Let's get into the price action here.
Well, why do you sell 32 Bitcoin to buy 1,500 a week later?
It's called wash trading.
Short on cash.
Just kidding. I have no idea. Bitcoin on the 5-minute. You know, during JP's live show yesterday, I think for the most part, everyone was long. I put it in the chat. I said, call me crazy, but I'm going short here, which I ended up going short. And, well, it worked out favorably for me.
Hey.
Let me show you the trade yesterday. This was the Bitcoin short. Where? Right here. Bitcoin short got in at 63.5. I had a better entry on Bitunix. That one I got in at 63.7. Got out at 63.1 or something like that. This one got in at 63.5. A little more than half a Bitcoin position size. Got out at 63 even. Now, I did have my original stop loss above 64. As Bitcoin dropped, I scaled it down into profit and scaled my original TP further down into the low 62s instead of the mid 62s. And after that small bounce, it ended up taking me out for a $250 profit day on breakout. And so those of you that are following along, I'm at $51,800. The target here to get funded is $54,500. It's an easy way for people to see if they got what it takes to be a professional trader. And so that was kind of my thing. Obviously, today we're seeing a push up above 64. Is this price action worry you at all? This is our second time trying to get above 64 and just a solid, almost immediate rejection. Take a look here on the 1 hour here on Bitcoin. And then I'm going to come to you, JP. We had that big wick to the upside, call it a liquidity grab, and then we had a little more push, and then we fell, put in a higher low, and we've officially put in another higher high on the 1 hour time frame. Can we hold this low here at around 62.4? If we do and put in a higher high, then my friends, that is a confirmed uptrend with still a little room to run, with the 200 MA on the 1 hour being at 65,600. So JP, thoughts on the move up? Are you convinced of this breakout? Has the trend changed? And are you looking actively for shorts or longs? What's your kind of directional bias?
All right. Well, right now, Bitcoin is doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing. So if I look at the similar chart here, the 1 hour time frame, we've been bearish for a long time, cashing out, Laura, cashing out on the shorts this entire time. But we knew, nothing lasts forever, right? But the plan was to just short every pump. Short every single pump that Bitcoin has until we can't short it no more, until I finally got clapped, on the short on Saturday. I do have the L right here.
I'm sorry, but I was watching the stream with my kids yesterday. We were sitting in the living room, and then my 11-year-old's like, Dad, why is he saying he's getting clapped all the time?
No, that's hilarious, though. That's hilarious. Okay.
I was like, I don't know. You want to call him and ask him?
But yeah, I got clapped. But today we clap back. Okay, today we clap back, and I was short until I could not be short no more. Basically, right? That was the plan. Let me go back to Bitcoin. Once I got stopped out, that was an invalidation stop out. That wasn't just a protect account stop out. That was if we go above this level, if we go back into this range, this consolidation range here, that Bitcoin may be actually trying to reverse, bullish consolidation. So yeah, basically this was the pennant right there. That was the pennant I was short on, stopped out right there. And anyone who was watching the stream over the weekend, remember my plan. My plan was if the 4 hour can start consolidating in this range up here. Put in 3 candles, 3 green candles, start consolidating somewhere in this range between 61.6 and 64,000, that Bitcoin could get a bigger move up. It's doing exactly that right now. It looks good for me for a long. I'm looking for longs, and I was long last night, but it was Sunday. It was witching hours late last night. It was high volatility, and I put in the Discord, who is brave enough to long this 30-minute flag? Is right here in the trader community, the trader chat.
You're talking about for Toncoin?
For Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Oh, I see it there.
Here it is. This is the post right here. I said, anybody brave enough to buy this bull flag on a 30-minute? Because I'm realizing, hey, this could be, a big bear flag, but at the same time, we are putting in higher highs and higher lows, and that is a bull flag right there on the 30-minute time frame. I got into that trade late last night. I was brave enough. And we clap back today, and we'll see what that looks like. Here it is, 82%.
Let's go.
2,300. Let's go, baby. We clap back.
Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah, so I like the move for Bitcoin right now. I think it's healthy consolidation. I'll show you why. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? It is making that V-shaped recovery so far. This is a healthy place to consolidate. It even looks like an ascending triangle. You see the higher lows there. You see us at that resistance. The next move is to break that resistance and get a move to about 66,000. It looks bullish for Bitcoin. That's a trend reversal there, 4 hour, attempting to really make a trend reversal. And the daily has some hope too. Look at the daily time frame, guys. A green dot, low Stokes. It kind of looks almost a bit like a morning star pattern there, right? It's doing what it's supposed to do. We're at resistance. We may get a push. Yeah. And you know how broke the stochastics was, right? The stochastic and the RSI, it was just pinned to the floor. Now it's finally starting to come up a little bit here, right? It's finally starting to come up. The daily has some hope. Now I'll say this, I think it was the weekly or the monthly? Well, both really. They closed pretty bearish, right? Some big red candle for a weekly, but it does have support from that 200, right? Oh. It could be something. That monthly looks kind of crazy, pretty red, but once again, finding support at the 50. So we'll see if this is real, but right now, Bitcoin is showing us that there is a continuation, on the 4 hour and even on the 1 hour that you were looking at. This looks good for a reversal.
The 1 minute looks juicy. Rob, take a look at the 1 minute on Bitcoin. I'm here on breakout. Look at the 1 minute here, guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful inverse head and shoulders here. There's your left shoulder, your head, right shoulder. Is it breaking out right now? Here would be kind of your neckline. Let's say, and then there it goes, guys. 64K is the benchmark here. And so let me go back to my 1 minute chart here on TradingView. Let's see where momentum is. Hidden bull div on the 1 minute time frame. Stokes are pretty high, so if we are going to enter into a long, and I'm kind of thinking out loud here, guys, feel free to chime in. I want to wait for Stokes to reset. Maybe we see a fake out. How many times have we seen a bullish or a bearish pattern start to break, fake us out, take out our stop loss, and then continue the way it was meant to go, right? Which I think is potentially what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of volatility, guys. High wicks. Bitcoin's candle opened at 63,860 on that 1 minute candle, got all the way up to 63,974. Remember, this is a 1 minute time frame. Now you're starting to see a push up with a continuation signal on market cipher A. Guys, I don't know. Do you guys think this is a good entry here on Bitcoin for a long, on a 1 minute inverse head and shoulders breakout here? What do you guys think?
1 minute.
I'm a little hesitant at the moment, but I'm just kind of looking at the zooming out, right? Just looking here, 45 minutes, so nothing too macro, but we're seeing a different rebound. And so what we've seen in the last few months has been, hey, bear flag, bear flag, bear flag on the macro, right? We didn't necessarily bear flag here, right? I mean, we could have if you zoom out and you kind of look at it, but ultimately, like this is pretty healthy right here, right? This is rounding out, right? It wasn't like a big drop and a giant bounce. It's just a nice little rounding out. And then, I like to look at the charts kind of, just with a lens of, like what are we getting? Like we're getting more rounded bottoms, more rounded tops. And you can see here, like going into this, we had a lot of these, right? And you can even like go back into the charts and kind of, look like, we'll pick this little area here, right? And you can just see it's just a lot of the chart just rounds out to the upside a lot, right? You get a few, that round out the other way, but more or less this is very indicative of, prices more than likely gonna shoot down, right? And you can see here again, you got more of these just rounding out tops, which, are essentially just head and shoulders, on different time frames. And, we've just been seeing them over the last, couple weeks, especially during this drawdown. And we haven't seen anything other than that, right? I mean, that's just been a lot of that. And then you come down to the chart down here, and then you get this. This is different. We haven't seen this in a minute, right? And so, is the bottom in? I can't answer that question. But what I can tell you is that we're going to get a big rally from here forward. At least the probabilities say so. And I think it's because it's a changing character. It's, it's momentum. It wasn't a massive washout and like a crash. If we were to crash down to like 52,000 and then bounce back, that's big bear flag, right? And so what I'm seeing here now, this is how I start my day, right? This is how I look at like, how am I going to trade? Because now I'm hunting for longs. Like last week, I was hunting for shorts. So now I've set my direction, and my direction is I'm going to find the longs. Because right now we're in long territory. So now I'm going now I know what direction I'm aiming. Now it's easier. Now we can hit some shorts, sure. You can find something that's overextended. Could put in a short. I'm not against it. But I'm gonna find me some longs today, baby.
Hey.
Who's longing with me?
Over here, baby.
You longing with me?
I'm longing with you,
Let's
baby.
go.
Let's go.
All right. I got a couple things on the horizon. You know what I like? I like Cardano.
Come on, man.
I just took profit on my hype trade.
Hey.
I like hype too. I got hype pulled up right here.
What, are you long or short, God King?
Long.
Long.
Hype on the 1 hour is got this massive rounding out here. We coming off of this big inverse head and shoulders. We were seeing a big breakout. More than likely, it was, if we do a measured move on this head and shoulders, it seems like this has played out. Let's see. Yeah, that played out to a T. I wouldn't go long right now. I think that hype likely will drop a little bit. So if you're looking for a long, I'd wait for a retracement. And then if you zoom into some smaller time frames, I probably, if you're looking for a long, I would take a look at some previous support lists. What do you got? What do you got?
I got a trade alert.
Trade alert.
Trade alert. Run it. I got it. I'm not in yet, but I'm looking to get in.
Attention. Trade inbound. Attention.
Throw 'em?
Trade alert.
Well, we're going to do a lot of trade alerts, so let's not throw
Throw them all.
Trade alert. All right. I'm looking to get into a Bitcoin long on a 21 MA bounce on the 1 minute time frame. This is also, I'm doing it on breakout. I'm doing it on Bitunix. Almost got tapped in here. So the entry is 63,851. Are we going to get it? I don't know. Bitcoin's seeing a pretty big breakout as it crosses officially $64,000. But I'm looking to get in at the 21 MA, 63,851. Stop loss below this head here, the low, right, the tip of the head. So this is a 5-to-1 trade setup. So stop loss at 63,625. TP up at 65,102. This is a 5.5-to-1 trade setup. I'm only risking 100 to make 550. But those of you with bigger account sizes, if you want to risk 1,000 to make 500 to make 2,500, I don't know what you're comfortable with, but that is the trade setup I'm looking at. I talked about the bullish setup on the 1 minute, but wanting to get the Stokes a little low and reset. That is what I'm counting on. That is what I'm banking on, is a little bit of a drawdown, reset those Stokes, a nasty wick to the downside before we resume the move back to the upside. 65.1. Where did I get that number from? The 1 hour 200 MA. 65,000. Well, this is at 65.6. So I'm gonna take my profit at 65.1. Feel very confident, and so of course, practice safe trading, and only risk what you're willing to lose on your stop loss. And so there's my trade alert, Bitcoin long. There you have it. We'll see if this trade fills and cooks on the stream today.
Awesome.
But continue, Rob.
No, I'm just kind of looking. I'm just kind of giving you where I'm starting my journey, and it is I'm going to be hunting out some longs today. I got a close eye on Cardano. I made some money over the weekend on Cardano. Nothing crazy, but a couple $100 on a small trade. But I'm in the profit. And Cardano is just down a lot. And if you know anything about Cardano, it's a big community coin. And when something that has a lot of retail is the order books, right? And so when you see these Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin, it doesn't do anything to the market. But when you get a bunch of Cardano retards out here on the books, just doing
Cardano what?
Cardano retards, bro.
Oh.
The ones that think Cardano is going to be the next
harsh?
Bitcoin, and it's going to let's be real. People are delusional about Cardano, and
Sure.
and it's
Fill me.
it has potential, but right now it's just not quite there.
Fill me.
So Cardano is up 5% on the 24 hours, right? And so not the strongest mover, right? Hyperliquid's up 10%, but it's it's right behind Zcash on the big move, but it's down on the week. Look at the weekly red
All right,
numbers.
we're in. Sorry to cut you off again, but trade got filled, moved it up a little bit to hit that 21 MA, and so we're in a Bitcoin long officially. We're in the long. Entry was 63,882.
Okay.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm just pointing out that Cardano's down the most until you get down to Bitcoin Cash, and then after that, Jesus. After that, I mean, you got to go.
I'll be right back.
You got to go all the way down to Aptos for the next one. So Bitcoin Cash and you know you can do it this way as well here. So this is the coins that are down the most on the week. I like to pay attention to this because I know that Bitcoin's making a reversal. This is a strong community-driven product that has a ton of retail interest that will just blindly pour tons of money and get euphoric on their project. And so I think there's a lot of room to make up on this. I think this gets cut in half. And so I'm going to be hunting some longs. I just need to figure out what's the best entry position. We did have a inverse head and shoulders here. Not the best looking right shoulder, but you know, this thing is breaking out. When's the last time we were at this range in price? You can see here when you zoom out, just a rounding out bottom. I mean, this is exactly what you want to see in the charts. You know, what was the support that was lost? Well, the support tells me that we should be getting back up to 22 cents. And so that's why there's a big gap between 17 cents and 22 cents. Now, will it get up to that exact point? I don't think so. But a move to say where this bounces here, this is very extremely lucrative. 20 cents, right? A little over 20 cents. And so for me, I'm trying to figure out what is the best entry to get me into this right here. You know, I want this move. I want this move, potentially this move. And so
You want all the moves.
I do, man. And so that's that's what I'm hunting. And I will likely have a long at some point in time in the show. And I'm gonna make some money, bro.
Yeah.
That's my agenda.
I like it.
What do you got?
I wanted to look at the crypto bubbles here. This is on the 1 hour. Siren up 3.3%, Near Protocol up 2.5%, Stable up 4.5%, Venice down. Guys, Venice has been
I was looking at Siren earlier today too.
yeah.
I got Siren
I don't
on
really
a-
look at the only time I'll ever look at a Siren chart is if you're talking about it.
Look at this, man.
And,
This thing's on a big on the 1 hour, big bull flag right here. Caution. It has had a big move here from 80 cents to $1.30, but has pulled back to $1.18. And so on the shorter time frames, you know, looking at, let's take a peek at the 5 minute, just bouncing around here in this channel here. Now, what I'll be looking for is because we got a couple rounding out bottoms. You could say this is a cup and handle that just never broke out, but perhaps a head and shoulder coming up here. If this breaks this trend line here, this about 25 cents, and we break out with momentum, I'm going to do a long here as well. So keeping an eye out on Siren for a breakout. Yeah, so go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
Cool. No, I was looking at Venice. Venice, I'm objectively looking at this. I haven't looked at this chart in a hot minute, so let's start on the daily time frame here for Venice. You guys know I've been pretty outspoken about this coin. This has been the best performer in my entire portfolio in terms of just spot holdings. Let's get rid of that. Let's take a peek at where Venice is. Double bottom here on Venice. So the uptrend is still technically intact, guys. 3 consecutive higher highs on Venice. Higher low, equal low. So double bottom, right? This should have been a long. We didn't catch that one. Fine. See if we can catch another trade here. Let's take a look at some momentum. Stokes have reset. Blue is crossing above our orange line on the stochastic oscillator. do have a little bit of, no divergence there. Money flow is still thick in the green. Look how long money flow has been in the green for on Venice, guys. Going all the way back to December of last year. Any dip is getting eaten up very, very quickly. The only thing I will say is we're seeing a falling trend on the momentum waves on the moves up. Okay? And so what is that to say? I just confused myself? Maybe. Let's go down to the lower time frames and see if we find any setups here on Venice. This to me looks like a little bit of a bear flag. Okay. Now, I'd be completely fine shorting Venice. Why? Because I hold a large position in spot. So if I can make money, essentially it would be a hedge. You know, do you call this a bear pennant? Do you call this a ascending triangle? Right? If we factor in your wicks and, you know, it's not perfect, but it's there. Higher lows, equal tops for the most part outside of a few deviations. But it's coming off of a big move down, consolidation to the upside, a little bit of a double bottom here on the 4 hour as well. Trading right around that 200 MA on the 4 hour time frame for Venice. Stokes are pretty high though. If I'm looking at this objectively, guys, Stokes are pretty high. Right now, everything I'm seeing tells me maybe a short setup is coming for Venice. As we look to rotate to the bottom end of this range here, this is the 1 hour or the 2 hour. Here's your 1 hour time frame here on Venice. Bottom end of this range here, if we are going to look for a long, is going to be right around. I'm going to drop a flag here. Right around 16.12 cents. Let's see if there's enough of a move for us to make money here. Put stop loss right there. This will be a 2-to-1 trade setup on Venice for a long. Looking to rotate to the bottom end of the range. Not something that I want to front run, but something I will keep my eye out on. 16.124 on Venice on the long on the 1 hour time frame. Let's go down to the lower time frames at 15 minutes. Let's get rid of this. 15-minute loss at 21 MA. That's pretty bearish. As Bitcoin... Oh, we got stopped out of our trade. As Bitcoin falls below 63,650, let's look at Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing?
I'm looking at Bitcoin here on the 15-minute. Just, you know, there's this massive trend line here that it's respected pretty well. We did lose this trend line briefly, but bounced right back into the pattern here. And so... for me, I would say, like, if you're looking to long, you're likely to get a good entry on on either Bitcoin or some of the alts if this line here is lost, right? If we lose this here, we could see a pullback, likely to the previous support here where we bounced. We had a bounce here. This is extremely important. I would keep a close eye on where this came out of the pattern and essentially had a strong bounce. Basically, this represents a massive amount of liquidity, or at least buyers ready to step in at this range. So if we lose this trend line, I would expect to come at least somewhere close to that same level, which is 62.6. Now, with that said, you know, we have, let's see, 63.6. So maybe we fall just a little shy. Where did we break out? Where did we first kind of consolidate out of this bounce here? It was about here. So my estimation, if we lose, and this could be a good time. I know I was talking about hunting longs. But if you're looking to short, if you lose this pattern here, I think that we could drop down to here, bounce potentially there, or go down to where we wicked for this liquidity and then bounce there as well. And so you got two potential bounces. Now that is if this is lost. Now, this has been a very strong trend line here, and this is only on the 15 minutes, so it's not some giant macro, but we're seeing lots of bounces here across the board. And so if we do see a bounce here, so I'm not putting in any trades. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens on this next 15-minute candle. Do we get back into the pattern and back up to the top side of the range? Or do we lose this and potentially come back and retest some of these support levels? And so if you're looking along, maybe sit on your hands for a little bit, see what direction Bitcoin goes here. And then if you're looking short, well, good opportunity there as well.
What are we seeing on liquidity there, JP?
All right, well, let me fire that up for you. Go to my liquidity source and Trading Different and pull it up for you. Liquidity heat map for Bitcoin will be on the 5-minute time frame. See what we got going on. I'm seeing liquidity to the upside, and it looks pretty concentrated there. 64,700. The block starts as low as 64,200 there, 274. And there's a lot of liquidity above us on these small time frames, all the way up to 70,000. We could get a squeeze. To the downside, I'm seeing it around 61,000 with the big volume gap in between. This favors the longs right now. But BTC is it seemed like it's in an uptrend on the small time frames, but very volatile. You see how we were consolidating yesterday after we got into the liquidity to the top side. A little bit of it got tight like a pennant. It wicked up, wicked down, came up, lost the trend, got back in the trend. Slow grind up, slow pump up, a big drop, and then a big recovery. A V for volatility is what I call it. Bitcoin is flirting with getting into the liquidity zone, but it's not going to be an easy, sweet ride here. You may need a deep stop loss, a sniper entry. You got to be careful here. Let me go to Bitcoin on these smaller time frames. I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame. There is a similar story. We are in the uptrend on that small time frame, but very volatile. And look at the 4-hour. 4-hour is, we're in that healthy consolidation, matching, this side over here, the left side. But we have tapped our current value area high, so we could see BTC go sideways or even come down a bit in that consolidative zone. And that's normal. That's healthy. This is still good for a potential continuation up. The one thing that I am looking at is the fact that the stochastics are so overbought on the 4-hour time frame, and there's a reason for that. The extreme bullish divergence, which gave us the pump. The stochastics went up as price was dropping, and now the stochastic is still up. So you want to kind of go sideways a bit or maybe retrace to bring it down. I mean, you could keep going up with higher lows and bring the stochastic down. That would be a hidden bullish divergence. But right now, stochastic's a bit high while still maintaining red money flow on the 4-hour. I'm still open-minded to the idea that we could get rejected, right? It may not be the exact continuation guaranteed up, for Bitcoin. It could be a bear flag. But as of right now, it's in a healthy consolidative area. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a small pullback. What if we pull back to 62,000? What if we came back up? What if that was the perfect entry for a continuation long? I closed out my Bitcoin trade, but I do have some altcoins running. Did anybody in the chat get in on the ton trade?
Did that cook?
It's cooking, but I mean, getting a little bit volatile with BTC, right? Yeah, it's cooking. I'm up $413 right now in the ton. Anybody get in on that trade? We found that yesterday on the show, but I also put it out again in the Discord. Now, once again, yesterday was very shaky. I exited longs. I even looked at a head short, but then Bitcoin, it showed us that it still wanted to go up, but with volatility in the ton trade right now, stop loss into break even. We'll see what happens there. I'm also have the sweet trade going. Only up a little bit here, $143. The sweet trade, swing long on the daily. If BTC falls, so shall SWE. So I should put my stop loss in the break even for this too. I do not want to get thunderclapped here. All right.
Was this one that you, it was 1,500 to make 5?
1,500. That sounds about right. Yeah, for the sweet trade. I did bring my stop loss up already. I think this is on a daily time frame.
So it's
Let me
the same
see.
trade from yesterday.
Yes. But I closed it out and reopened it. When Bitcoin looked like it was moving.
Yeah.
Bitcoin has to be moving for Sui to move. It just has to. You can't leave it open while Bitcoin is dumping. This is like 4,000 for like freaking it's a big trade. It's a big boy, like 4K potentially for 10K. Let's bring this thing up. I think I got to put this into break even. I cannot let BTC roll over.
It looks like it's going to roll over. I think BTC is going to roll over.
Yeah, and I'm gonna secure ton profits as well, or ton. There you go. Yeah, I already got that in a break even. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm a little bit more comfortable with. Look at the volatility though, in this coin and Bitcoin. Big move up, a big move down. They're not making it easy here. Volatility is the name of the game.
All right. Somebody in the chat did say, if you long ADA, are you donating your money? ? LOL. You know what? You can counter trade me if you want. I'm waiting for this thing. So looking here, we had 2 large red candles here on the 5-minute. Basically, we engulfed here this move. Now, what I'm looking for, it would be a few shorter green candles like this, or shorter candles, perhaps one larger green candle, and then I will potentially be longing this range here. If this plays out in this direction, that'll give you another head to the move here, or to head to the shoulder, potentially just 2 rounding out bottoms, double bottom. So ultimately could roll into a bullish move, but I need to see this play out. Also, just kind of back here at this, what I was saying earlier, we did wick underneath this trend line here, but we did bounce back. So we'll be keeping a close eye on this. I'm not putting in any positions until I see if we bounce here or if we lose this. That will give me some ammunition behind one of my trades. So
awesome. All right, we may need that top-down analysis on Bitcoin to see what's going on here.
Let's do it, man. I'd love to see that. Yeah.
Laura, please make it zen as I reset my mind. A brand new week, brand new gains, brand new data in the charts. Let's see what's going on. We just had a weekly candle close on BTC. We covered it yesterday on the live. That's right, going live every day. Make sure you like and subscribe and get those notifications over the weekend. So the weekly close very bearish, as you can see. Big, huge red saber candle here engulfed the entire pattern. We did bounce from the 200 MA on the weekly. Stochastic still pointing down, still in the red dot program. Momentum still in free fall. Is it a bottom? Potentially. I mean, nice wick, right? New week here, just 6 days in. We've kind of been coming up a little bit with some volatility. Do we just create a wick up here? Do we wick up to about 65 and then a thunderclap on down below the weekly time frame? We'll see what happens. A little bit bearish still on the weekly, but could be support at that major moving average. Let's go to the daily time frame. We had a daily candle close yesterday. Sunday was a good bullish candle. That's right. Looks more like a morning star pattern. Potential real reversal on the daily time frame here. Low stochastics. We've been talking about how beat up it has been, but now finally showing signs of life there. Signs of life in the stochastic and the RSI on the daily. A nice green candle, almost engulfing, not quite, a little bit short. And now we have a current green candle as well. 7 hours left. We'll see if we can get the push up. So we're in this zone right here. As long as we hang out in this area, once again, healthy consolidation for Bitcoin, 63,000 to 64,700. If we get a push up, we'll see BTC head to 66. I'm looking for that symmetrical V-shaped recovery. Should look the same exact way as we dumped if it all goes well. The sad part is it could, I mean, depending on your positioning, right? Let me take my emotion out of it. You know, it could be a beautiful thing if you go for the legendary short. But, you know, this could come up to resistance around 74,000. Meet up with your 50 MA. And maybe that would be a swing short if we are still in a bear market and want to go lower. It could be a legendary entry for a short. We'll see what happens. Or maybe it goes sideways at that level and we actually go higher. We'll see. We got to take it as it comes, one day at a time, one candle at a time. I'll go to that 4-hour, very important 4-hour time frame. I'm seeing a shift here. I'm seeing a momentum shift on the 4-hour. Yes, it could be that inverse head and shoulder eventually. It is still bullish consolidation and almost somewhat of an ascending triangle right there. We could break out on a 4-hour. The only thing is those high Stokes, red money flow, bearish pressure still coming in. All right, but that bullish divergence, we talked about it. That bullish divergence has outweighed the bearish pressure so far on the 4-hour. The buyers absorbing the sellers. Now we're trying to, collect ourselves and see if we want to move up or down. So the medium time frames will help us with that. Let's go to the 1-hour. 1-hour red dot. A bit high on the stochastics, but putting in higher lows and making our way up to the important golden cross at the 200 MA around 65,000. Soon a battlefield time frame here for Bitcoin on the 1-hour. The money flow has went green on this time frame, so we're now in a bullish trend, a micro bullish trend on the 1-hour. 30 minute has gotten its cross, double golden cross on a 30-minute above the 200. This could make moves from here. I would like to see the stochastics kind of reset a little bit. We've been doing that slow, volatile, yet parabolic pump up with big swings down just to stop you out and then keep moving. Very moody market here. Let's go to like a 10-minute time frame. Yeah, Bitcoin it's just trending up. That's an uptrend right now. Micro uptrend for BTC. Consolidation on the medium time frames, potential reversal on the bigger time frames, but you do have that weekly and monthly a bit bearish still. Let me go to 5-minute, get into more of a right now time frame. BTC going a bit sideways. Is that a bit of a head and shoulder right there? Do we go lower? 1-minute time frame, a loss to 200 right there. That is significant for the small time frames. We may potentially see some short opportunities, especially if this gets rejected at that white line. That is a 21 MA. That would be a Sammy special in reverse, and I wouldn't be surprised if that will work out in in what could still be bearish times. Don't get me wrong. I'm bullish on the potential of the reversal, especially with the 4-hour that I'm aligned with. I like the consolidation, but I understand that we are not 100% in the clear when it comes to the macro bearish trend. So, I'm scalping, I'm swinging, but I'm also doing a lot of trade management. I think trade management is very important right now. I can't put your trade into break even. Okay, I can give you the calls, but I can't put it into break even. This is the season where you gotta, ride that profit up. That trailing stop loss is so important right now. Things can flip in an instant. So I'm cautiously bullish based on the 4-hour. Still looking for longs, but I understand that we are at resistance right now. We're at resistance, and we may not get a breakthrough. I do want to look at some other assets. I want to see what the NASDAQ is doing. I want to see what oil is doing. I took a scalp yesterday. That was a perfect example of trade management being important. I made money off the trade, but the big move ended up going the other way. You had to manage the trade. Let's bring up those assets right now. We'll look at oil first. We'll look at oil, see what's going on with oil. All right, bring it up here. Bring it up. Bring it up. All right, let's look at oil on like a 5-minute time frame. Oil getting a little bit of a dump here. A little bit of a dump. It had to move up. I think this is the flag from yesterday right here that I played. Yeah, I think that's the flag from yesterday. We had a big move up. Yeah, oil had opened higher in the futures market, had a nice bull flag, and I saw another bull flag. We played that bull flag. I played this bull flag. But as soon as I was into decent profit, And I also saw Bitcoin starting to make, somewhat of a comeback yesterday. I put the oil trade into break even, actually into profit a little bit. And thank God, because this thing did roll over, giving Bitcoin the opportunity to pump. So I think this is it right here. Yep, this is the oil gains right here. 29%. $223 from the oil scalp.
Nice.
You got to scalp in this market. You got to be careful, because this could have been a loser had I just held it. So very careful, guys, with letting trades just, hold trades right now. Let it be a big time frame if you're going to hold a trade, because right now it is shaky. I got enough to get my move, but look at the move back down on oil, bearishly consolidating now under the 200 MA on a 5-minute. It could be trying to reverse here, but right now that was a bearish move for it. Let me go to the NASDAQ. What's happening with the NASDAQ right now? It is pumping, doing a bit of what Bitcoin is doing here. Got above your important moving averages and bouncing off the 50, bull flag after bull flag. And that looks like a bull flag right there. You could trade alert the NASDAQ.
Can we trade the NASDAQ, Bitunix?
No, let's make that happen, though.
Commodities?
Yeah, so not too bad. The NASDAQ looks good on the short term right there. That is a bull flag. That could break out green dot low Stokes. NASDAQ making a little bit of a bullish move on the small time frames right now. What is happening with gold? XAU getting a small time frame pump as well. This is a 5-minute time frame, but gold is overall pretty bearish on some of these medium time frames. A big spill off. Slowly grinding down with heavy bullish divergence, similar to Bitcoin. May give it a pump now, though, right? When you go down, but your stochastics are coming up so high, the buyers are absorbing the sellers, and then eventually the scale tips the other way. And it looks like, I'm not calling it, but gold may make a reversal. I'm still in the gold daily. A daily swing trade. It's in down draw right now, heavy down draw. I go big on these, larger trades, the daily trades, weekly trades. We'll see what happens. Starting to get a wick right now on gold. Does it get back above the 200 MA on the daily time frame and break out of the bull flag? We'll see what happens, but I don't know. Gold has been running for some time now. Does it get a deeper macro retracement? It will if it does not recover 4,462. All right.
Is that you?
What's that? That might be getting stopped out on, SWE. And I got stopped out at break even for SWE. And looks like even ton may come down. I may just close ton. I'm up $300 right now.
Profit, bro. Take it.
Yeah, just take the profit. Just take it.
Take the 300.
Yeah, BTC may spill over. So if you're watching here, if you're in that ton trade, I may just take profit here. All right.
Guys, what are your thoughts on shorting a 21 MA retest on the 1 minute?
I'm thinking about shorting Hyperliquid. It's actually falling right now.
What do you got?
I was forming this up right now. I'm looking at Hyperliquid. And this is just kind of off of the back of BTC losing this rising channel here I was talking about. You can zoom in. I'm pretty confident this isn't going to come back into the range at the moment. So my spill off would be back to this 62.9 that I was saying, which would be a great opportunity to short, especially things that are overextended. Hyperliquid, one of the strongest movers this morning. So I'd like to see, I think we're going to get a retest here, likely come down to this range here. I would say we had the support there, which is where my take profit is. I'm hiding my stop loss above where we kind of started this this right here. So you can see that we did wick up. You could put the stop loss above $66 if you want to play it safe. I'm just going to put it above 64.7. I put my stop loss at $65. It might be a little too late to get in. At least I was planning on getting in here at $64 even. It's currently at $63.64. If you want to try to get an entry back in here, you can wait for a bounce. But there's some momentum coming down on Bitcoin, so I don't know if you could just move this. Let's see here. You could move this down a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. We could just move this down here, stretch this up. You still got a 2 to 2.2 trade here. Not the sexiest, but yeah, it was a little better. It was a 3 prior to this little drop here, but yeah. So this is what I'm going with here. I'm gonna mail this one here. So I don't have my trading account logged in here to this computer, but this will be my trade. Put this in on my phone here, and yeah, that's my trade. Hyperliquid short. Entering now.
You didn't call a trade alert, man. Come on.
Trade alert.
Trade alert.
Attention, trade inbound. Attention, trade alert. High probability setup found.
Why I got no dollar bills over here, bro? What's going on?
You had the real
man?
ones earlier.
What's going on? Now I had this one shaping up back here before I had it up here, but it's not too late if you want to.
Damn, Hyperliquid is dumping.
Fuck, bro.
You sure you still want to get in? Yeah, I mean,
Hyperliquid.
I'm curious what the 1 and the 5 minute look like.
On what, the Hyperliquid?
On Hyperliquid,
Oh,
yeah.
this thing is.
Oh, that's a bear flag too, huh?
Damn it, man! I keep moving the wrong thing here.
My
All right.
question is, do you think there could be a better entry on a bearish retest? Like that's my first question, right? Because
I mean,
that shit's in a free
You
fall.
can always say there's a better, but is it right? I mean, you look back here on the 30 minute. It's not like you're on some big macro time frame, and it's really not in free fall. Like, you know what I mean? This is just a nice little pullback. And so if you're just looking at this right here, this just seems like something that could easily play out, bro. And I mean, come back down to the support range here. It already had a nice healthy move from $57 to $64 in the last 30 hours. And so strong push to the upside. Have yet to see a strong retracement yet. And with Bitcoin doing this, I don't know. I'm favoring a short right now.
Okay.
Interesting.
I want to give a shout out to the chat here. We got 331 people watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We did have a couple super chats. We're going to get to those. Big shout out to all the mods. Thank you for modding and continuing to support our channel.
Yeah, I got a super chat. So we
Real quick, and then a big shout out to Alex O. Alex O watches our show a lot. Alex, I would love to watch your show, but you go at 5 a.m. my time. And so if there's ever a scenario where I'm up, I will be in your chat. But we love you. We appreciate your support, and go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so we got 3 super chats. We had Ja, he put a $2 super chat. That can we look at Velvet? And we also have Claymore. He did a $5 super chat. He said, can we look at CHF? And then we had Mike R. Mike R.
CHF is a currency, bro. That's what he paid in. Swiss
Oh!
francs. I guess we technically can look at CHF.
I'm writing it down.
$1, right?
Okay, so ignore that last one. All right, so Velvet by Ja. Big shout out to Claymore just for sending us some cashola. And then you got Mike R said $5 said we're the hottest channel out here right now. Watch out.
Hey.
Yeah, because we got Tom Cruise over here. That's right.
And that's right. And also, yes, if we could take a look at virtuals, right? So
I got virtuals queued up, so if you guys don't mind, I'll look at that. What was the other one? Velvet?
Velvet.
Velvet and virtuals.
Okay.
You want to do Velvet?
I'll do Velvet. Sure.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Me first. All right, Virtuals Protocol. You know, this is a token I made a lot of money on. Forrest made a lot of money on. I know Rob made a lot of money on this one. We made some money on some of the agents. We've gotten a lot of free money. My airdrop for Venice was because of the virtuals ecosystem. It was because of holding virtuals and specifically AIXBT, which gave me the Venice airdrop, which was the largest airdrop I've ever gotten. I'm not as bullish on the virtuals ecosystem as I was. There's just so much of the competition has caught up, and not just in our crypto space, but in like these legacy giants who don't have to worry about selling a token to fund their teams or to fund their research. They got the money. We're talking about Alphabet Inc. We're talking about Apple. We're talking about NVIDIA. We're talking about Samsung. I mean, you name it, the big tech companies. They're kind of playing in the sandbox virtual is in. Now, I still hold virtuals. I haven't bought any. I sold some a while ago, but I haven't touched my virtuals bag in probably 6-7 months. From a technical analysis standpoint, the daily looks very bearish. Looks like we already got a breakdown of a head and shoulders pattern. Let's see if that measured move played out to its entirety. It sure did. Look at that. Perfect measured move to the downside. Now what are we doing? We're consolidating to the upside after a big move down. That, my friends, is what we call a bear flag. Okay? This is the flag of the bears. It's the bear call sign here, guys. Big move down, consolidation upwards, and then ultimately we get rejected. Now, the question then becomes, okay, where can I find my entry? Let me go ahead and draw my fib from the top to the bottom. 2 levels that, well, 3 levels really, but there's really 2 that I personally keep my eye out on, unless there's confluence with a moving average. The first one is a 50. You guys know I love trading 50% retracements, whether that's a short or a long, okay? 50 sits at 64.86 cents, measuring the move from 77.55 cents to that swing low of 52.18 cents, okay? So this is the first level I'm watching, the 50% fib level. The second level, which if I'm objectively looking at this chart and I'm removing my I love the 50% bias, is that gold pocket. Look at what price has done at the gold pocket. And what I'll do is I'll drop a very thick horizontal line. We'll make that, let's make that yellow, and let's make it as thick as possible. And let's hide our fib tool, and let's hide our indicators here, and I'll show you guys. Yellow line is your gold pocket. Look at what price has done at the yellow line. Rejection, rejection, consolidation, right? This is where we got the bounce on the move up. We fell through, came down, retest, support, push up, right? Below, above, below, resistance, resistance, resistance. We're kind of chopping sideways, big move up, come back down, catch support right around this area. We accumulate sideways, come back down for a fake out of a bearish breakdown of another bear flag here, okay? This is a bear flag that was supposed to break down. It started, guess where it caught support? It caught support at its gold pocket. Big move up on the way down. Support, 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 support. We fall. Now, going all the way back, this is on the daily, going all the way back to February of this year, we can argue this could potentially be a level to short. Unless, of course, the macro on Bitcoin and everything else has completely reversed, then we can see prices blast completely through. So the 2 levels that I would keep my eye out on, let me bring back my fib retracement tool. And this is not something that I want you guys to put in a limit short order, but I want you to set an alert on your chart. 64.86 cents and 67.9 cents, okay? Those 2 levels, when you get that alert on TradingView, I want you to come back to the chart and I want you to see what price is doing. Do we see a big wick up and we short it to the downside, or has a macro changed? Now that's a little further down the road. That's more in the longer time frame. Let's dig into the lower time frame and see if we can find you a trade setup here. Here's the 8-hour on that bear flag. We'll see volume is dropping on the move up. So this thing could be ready to break before it even attempts to get up to that gold pocket. That's your 8-hour. Stokes are getting a bit oversold there, or excuse me, overbought. Money flow is still in the red. Here is your 6-hour. Looks like momentum is starting to roll as we have, not yet. I thought we had that bearish cross. We haven't had the bearish cross yet. So that's something we're going to keep our eye out on the 6-hour. Chances are we probably, let's see if the 4-hour gave us that bearish cross. 4-hour did give us the bearish cross on the Stokes. As you can see, essentially a double top on the momentum indicator here. Looking for a potential red dot to initiate a short here on the 4-hour. And so the theme on virtuals in terms of trading is we're looking for a short, and we are at the top end of this bear pattern here. Okay? Do we want to front run and be a little more risky here and front run this short? This would be a giga short because our stop has to be deep. Stop has to be above our 6.5 level. Okay? Measured move. Drag this sucker down. This would be a massive one, down at 36 cents. This would give us a 2.83 to 1 trade setup on a short. You guys know the way I trade. I'll probably take my profits a lot earlier. If I'm being truthful and honest here, what I'll probably do is I'd probably measure the move from here. Where does that breakout happen? And this significantly diminishes our R&R down to a 2 to 1 trade setup. Not a lot of traders are willing to go 2 to 1. I am one of those traders that is willing to go 2 to 1. I will go 2 to 1 on a virtual short, and I'll eat the loss if I have to because I have a spot bag anyways. So for me, it's essentially a hedge. Here's your 1 hour. Let's see, 1 hour hidden bullish dip. So we might get a little bit of a push up. Excuse me. Money flow deep in the red. Looks like it is curving up. No red dot as we see momentum has been overextended. Still have a little more room to go. But this thing looks like it's ready to roll over. This might be more of a micro trade here where we have a very, very tight stop loss and we trade the range here. We get in at the top end of the range. We put our stop just above. Give us a little more room. What does that look like if we put our stop above the open here? That gives us a 5.27 to 1 trade setup. Now, very risky. Why? Because a quick wick to the upside will take us out. And so maybe we find a better stop loss on the lower time frame. See some areas of consolidation. Oh, there's a little volume gap. We can throw that there. That gives us the 2.24 to 1 the trade setup. Not anything that I want to get into now on a limit order, but something I keep my eye out on in the low time frames is around 60 cents even for potential short entry on Virtuals Protocol. Look at all that bear div, guys.
Yeah.
Bear div on the RSI too. Bear div, and on the Stokes too. Hidden bear div. Do we find out what this damn R stands for? Realized bear div?
I don't know.
Can someone
we
find
know
out
H
for
is
me?
the hidden, so what's the R?
Someone
real?
find out for me. I'm assuming it's like realized hidden divergence or realized divergence. I don't know.
The real deal.
The real div. The real div. Here's your 15 minute. 15 minutes rolling over. Tons of bear div on the 15 minute too, guys. VWAP expanding to the downside. 5 minute. Low time frames are telling us to look for a scalp short. Ooh, we do have a big volume note here at 57.78 cents here, guys. That's where Virtuals had a little SR flip there, right? This was a little level of resistance up here. We flipped it to support, consolidated, lost it, rejected, bounce. Can we get a bounce here on Virtuals Protocol on the very, very low time frame as momentum looks like VWAP wants to come back up. Money, look at this divergence here, guys, on market cipher B. Momentum trend lines are rolling over. Money flow is continuing to expand to the upside. The momentum wave is expanding to the downside, and VWAP wants to cross above our zero line as it is. Doesn't look like it's clipping at all. Still a little bit of a parabolic move to the upside as price continues to dip. I might be looking for a scalp long here on Virtuals Protocol at around 57.7 cents.
Hey.
I'm going to keep my eye on this one. This might be a trade setup here for a long on Virtuals. Very micro. And look to short on the rotation back to that range on the higher time frames. So,
Hey, Rudy said regular divergence. That makes sense. Regular divergence, hidden divergence.
who would have thought, right? We're over here. What does that mean?
What could
Regular.
it possibly mean?
Thanks, Rudy. Appreciate it. All right. JP, do you want to take a look at Bitcoin because it is kind of rolling over and then we'll get into Velvet?
Sure.
Or do you want to look at Bitcoin, Rob? And then
I mean, I'm just been kind of keeping an eye on this 15-minute chart here. So, yeah. It's I'm expecting it to come down. Now, nothing's guaranteed, but I'm expecting it to come back down to 62.3. It may come down to 62.4 or 5, which was where we took off from this little bounce here, this previous support. I got 62.3 drawn out because if you go back, we had found this as resistance here. Also lines up pretty well here. You know, this is where we bounced here as well. So that's where I think price is going. I don't think it's going to be a straight shot down. I don't think it's going to like follow this arrow. I think that's a little dramatic, but I mean, you get the idea. I think they were going to likely go down to here and then take off. but we could bounce easily here at 63,000. That's a very large psychological number as well. So we'll see what happens at 63.
Not to cut you off, Rob, but that's also your gold pocket retracement on the 30-minute time.
Yeah, and it's a point of control too. This is where we've seen a lot of action here. I mean, we've been moving on either side of the 63 quite well, and so yeah, well, I'll be curious to see what happens there. But ultimately, I'm looking for that. As far as Cardano, looking like a nice little bat wing here. So I am waiting to see if price gets down to $16.50 something cents. So if it gets down here, I'm gonna long Cardano, man. I'm gonna make some money on Cardano. That's what I'm going with right there. I'm going
That's
with
what it is, huh?
the old bat wings, you know. Thing likes to take off, you know. But sometimes bats sleep upside down too. So, you know, could go the other way. But that's my play right there. And Hyperliquid, currently pretty flat. Waiting to see what this will do here. I was trying to get an entry here at 64.25, but got in a little late, but I still like the trade, still like the direction. I think that this ultimately is going to be the move for Bitcoin, but we'll see.
Okay. I'm looking at Bitcoin too, looking at it on a 5-minute time frame. I've noticed we've been respecting the 5-minute 200 in a very volatile uptrend here on a small time frame. Super high risk. Try to get an entry right there at this 200 once more. It's respecting it so far with a wick, but look at the current candle coming down, looking like it's about to thunder. You know what here? Man, BTC coming down a very small time frame, respecting that 200 so far. Look at the 1 minute; it looks a little bit more bleak. Getting rejected from the 21 MA there. That's a Sammy special in a reverse there. Red money flow, a little bit of a downtrend on a very small time frame for Bitcoin. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe it goes lower. Maybe it goes to 62.9. Either way, still healthy consolidation on the 4-hour. No panic here, but we'll see what happens. All right, I'm also been looking at Velvet. And somebody sent a super chat for Velvet, and I don't know if this thing follows Bitcoin or what. I mean, most coins do, but this thing is actually in a bullish consolidation pattern here, and it's looking a bit like jambalaya. All right,
like what?
Jambalaya.
Looking like jambalaya, man. It's looking like it's ready to cook, okay?
Oh,
it's in this range, ascending triangle. Try to break out. Is this somewhat of a bullish retest? Or maybe it's a failed bullish retest if Bitcoin actually wants to dump, right? You got some volume here. You got some volume kicking in. Nice bullish pattern. I got a potential trade there if you wanted it. I don't want to make this a trade alert. I don't know anything about this coin. But whoever asked for it, if you were looking for entry, you could get in right about now. That's exactly where I put the potential limit order about where we are right now, 0.37842. Stop loss around 0.351. And a take profit all the way up at 0.47. Potential scalp there on Velvet. Nice consolidation, good volume, structure. Looks like it is set for continuation. I'll look at just one more time frame for you. Zoom out to see how it's looking. Oh my God, you are extended. You are extended, man. Careful, careful, careful. If you do get that scalp, don't be too greedy. I wouldn't keep scalping this over and over to the upside. That should be due eventually.
What's the liquidity and volume on this coin? I've never heard of this coin. I'll look into that, Jake.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, super extended. But just like Bitcoin, we've been saying you gotta bounce, you gotta bounce. It'll bounce eventually, but not when you want it to, right? This thing could keep going down. Now that I have it flipped, have the chart flip, and it can keep going up. Now that we have it upside in the right way.
Stokes on the 4-hour pinned to the ceiling.
Yeah, I see that completely pinned. But look, green money flow, completely green dot. It could just blow off top and then retrace. Careful on that macro.
This thing is low liquidity too. I mean, the only big exchange I see here is Kraken.
Yeah.
It's got Mexi. It's got Bitunix. Let's see what the volume is on Bitunix here.
It's cooking, but it's overextended, man. I don't know.
13 million is not bad. 13 million is not bad. So if you're entering a size, expect some slippage. That's what I'll say. Expect some slippage. 24-hour volume is 39 million. That's in $13 million is the volume on the 24 hours. This thing is, I would just be careful, man.
For sure.
Yeah, to JP's point, that thing looks God King's point looks extremely overextended. Not saying that you should short it because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
But just be careful. I don't know much about this coin. I just kind of pulled it up on Coin. Do you know anything about this coin, Rob?
No.
Velvet.
No. It's a BNB coin. Fuck my life.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Trade like a pro with AI Copilot. Backed by YZI Labs, available on Base ETH. So it's an omni-chain platform to trade. Unleash your DeFi power trade grow. Okay.
Could just be one of those $2 pay to play freaking small cap.
Well, somebody said it's an AI narrative. I have no idea. Just another insert name here, right?
It reminds me of the .com bubble, bro, where everyone just slapped .com or internet to their company name, and they got massive bids and valuations.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. They don't have a rich list either. Okay.
Well, I'll say this. If you show this chart one more time, whenever you see a chart that looks like that, that is a good take profit zone if you're in a long, okay? So people are in longs with huge longs, I'm sure. I don't know how the coin is distributed, as far as its holders, but that's a take profit zone. And I said the same thing on Bitcoin on a daily, and you see what Bitcoin is starting to do now. When you're at a good profit zone, people take profit, okay? And to take profit, you need to sell. Those sells will bring price down, so be careful with the macro there. If you scalp it, and get out. I'm not telling you what to do necessarily, but that's what I would do.
I co-sign on that.
Cool.
I co-sign on that. Rob, you've been pretty spot on with Zcash. Is there a trade set up on Zcash somewhere cooking here?
I haven't looked at it this morning. I looked at it last night. Let me.
Ton getting the move back up.
Ton coin?
Yeah. How risky is it to try to catch that 5-minute bounce on BTC? Low Stokes, green dot. We've been bouncing from the 200 every single time. How risky you think right there?
What does liquidity say?
Liquidity had it to the upside, but let's take a look again.
Let's put our heads together here, guys.
Let's kind of
double green dot on the 5-minute. That's good.
Yeah, liquidity is clearly above us.
I like it because VWAP is about to cross above as well. Stokes are curving up. I kind of like that, Jay.
Yeah, let's not be scared. I mean, look at the liquidity. Look at the concentrated liquidity right above us. We'll be aligned with it.
Fuck it, I'm going in.
It's a bit risky. I mean, because a volatile day, right? They just get you out. But I like the idea of it. Trade alerted. Let's see, man. We got to have some cojones here. Come on.
I'm in.
Attention. Trade inbound. Attention. Trade alert. High probability setup found. Time to blindly follow JP. Send City Crypto. New trade alert. This is not
all right. I'm putting my stop loss at 63,124 and a take profit at the top of the range, 64,291 entry right now on BTC. I'm going to limit last. That's right. Limit last. A nice feature there.
What's your TP?
TP 64,260 essentially. 270. Yeah. 270 right at the top of the range there. Yes.
I already got in the trade. So I'm in. I market ordered.
All right. I'm limit last. So basically it's a limit order, but using the last price got me in right there. Bitunix is the exchange to use. Okay. We appreciate if you use our referral link. It does help support the channel here. As we give you this free TA every single day. It's also an amazing exchange, no KYC, VPN necessary in the US, clean interface, and just a wonderful team, okay? So the Bitunix link in the chat. We're now in the trade. I'm in the trade. We'll see what happens. Ready to lose if necessary, but 5 minutes.
We ain't losing, bro.
We ain't losing over here, baby.
I do have a tighter stop loss than you, JP.
Okay,
I got my stop below the lows here. To me, double bottom here. If we go below, to me, that's invalidation. I'm curious to see what price does here. So if you like the direction, but you're a little unsure, which is totally fine, wait to see what Bitcoin does at 63,550. If it can reclaim it, enter on a bullish retest. If it can't, I'm not saying short it, but maybe just sit on the sidelines if you're too afraid.
I like the double bottom.
Like the double bottom, but again, this is going to be a big level here, guys. You take a look, this level here. Right there. Right? Support, resistance. Can we take out that high? As you see, Bitcoin officially right now in the 1 minute time frame, if this candle closes, that would be a lower high. So a little bit of consolidation here. All right, if you want to draw like this, let me, I guess we're going to just bring this sucker down. Let's bring this one up here. As it froze like this. Invalidated bear flag, maybe? Bear flag break to the downside?
Yeah.
Do we look at this on its own because there's this double bottom here with strong bids coming in, volume increasing, money flow increasing, double green dot on the 5 minutes. Stokes looking good. VWAP just crossed above zero and continued expansion to the upside. So yeah, a little more risky getting in now, in my opinion, but I'm in the trade. I feel fairly confident. So yeah.
Yeah, I like the scalp.
Okay.
Just looking at other assets really quickly. NASDAQ still in a second bull flag there. I gave you the first bull flag. Second bull flag there happening on the NASDAQ. Oil, what is it doing? Is it dumping? If it's dumping, it may support a Bitcoin case. It's slightly dumping. Just slightly dumping on the 1 minute time frame below the moving averages and just moving at a snail's pace to the downside. I'll look at Solana if anyone cares. In that volatile uptrend. Who cares?
JP.
Oh yeah, I care. Look at that. Very interesting kind of uptrend there for Solana. Look at the increased volatility as it came up. There might be some divergence there as well, but somewhat of a megaphone right on the way up. That sometimes can break down. Careful there. The way you just kind of almost like a funnel there.
From my understanding, that's a bullish accumulation. From my understanding.
From my understanding, that breaks down. The other way, kind of if it was like trending down,
that's true.
Breaks up.
No. What I think I'm thinking about is what time frame are you on? I'll draw myself.
That is the 5 minute Solana. Go take a look. Look at your
Solana?
chart. Yeah, that's Solana. Yeah, and I'll do a double check on this megaphone pattern here. Go ahead.
I guess what I was kind of. This would be more bullish, I guess. More of an expansion, lower lows instead of higher lows. But here we got higher lows. See what I'm saying? So I guess this would be more of a bullish.
I mean, it's a bullish trend for sure. But as far as the megaphone, I know when you go sideways in the megaphone, you break up.
And typically anything that rises falls.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
Rises.
Anything falling rises, anything rises falls. Yeah. Exactly. And it's a bit rising is what I'm saying, So I'm thinking, just from my philosophy at TA that it may just break down because I'm seeing the one that goes down like that. That will almost be like a falling broadening wedge. It's almost like it's actually like a rising broadening wedge. What you're seeing there,
guys. We're getting a strong, but not to cut you off, Jay. We're getting a strong bit out of Bitcoin here.
Nice.
Those of you that waited on the sidelines for confirmation, if this candle closes, there's 12 seconds. Wow, what a move! Look to enter on a bullish retest here. We'll see. A lot of volatility, man. But you know what I've noticed in trading the small time frames? These wicks, whether it's a quick wick to the downside or a quick wick to the upside, they do tend to get filled.
Yes.
And so bearish. So an entry on a bullish retest would be entry at around 63,511. TP, you can put it where we have it, or if there's another level that you have. I got my TP right now at 64,078. And stop loss, it's a 2.27 to 1 trade setup. So a little worse R&R than when we got in. Our R&R is currently mine is currently at 3.69 to 1, but it's a higher probability trade because you waited for a bullish retest. Or if it completely falls back into the pattern, then you wait and reevaluate. But this trade right now is up 20%. So
not bad.
Hopefully cover the L we took, the L I took earlier at the top of the show.
Yep.
Also, I have that trade on breakout as well. That one's up $48, $50.
So we got ton coins starting to break out a little bit too, speculating on a potential BTC. So what I did is I brought my stop loss like way up, like into profit, $274 in profit. It never took me out. So it took me out of the SWE at break even, but the ton is still making moves here. Yeah, it kind of broke out in this very volatile flag here. And now just, it's working right now, doing its magic. We'll see how much we make with it. 500 right now. Let's see if we can take this to the top.
Here comes the retest on Bitcoin, by the way. We'll see what it does. Looks like a little bit of an evening star pattern here. We'll see if this level holds. We have some confluence with our trend line. 9-day MA sitting right there, 63,509. If we lose, we got the 21 right below. It is curving over on the 1 minute. So one thing to keep in mind, a lot of volatility here, guys. We're trading on probabilities, but just a lot of volatility. Anything can happen. Just keep that in mind. That's why you always want to make sure that your stop loss is whatever you're willing to lose if the trade goes against you, and live the fight another day. Definitely don't trade your entire account.
I'm curious, is the casino on a pull to the upside or the downside right now? What's happening, God King?
The casino's on a pull to the downside. We're at negative 99.
Negative 99. I see some buy orders coming in, though. Could it curve right now? I don't want to just make this fit my narrative, but could it be potentially curving and about to give us a pull to the upside? Look at those sells coming in, though.
Mezzo time frames. You got me on Mezzo now.
Mezzo.
2, 3, 5, 10, 15, all bullish. Higher time frames are bearish. 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, and so on. Right now, that retest on the 1 minute is playing out in favor of the bulls. We'll see if it holds up. But I mean, I don't know about you, JP, but I'm prepared for this thing to just completely reverse dump. Probability say it's not going to happen, but you just never know.
Yeah, you never know, man. I mean, Bitcoin is very feisty right now, what you say. And yeah, I'm watching that 1 minute double bottom.
Also, trades up 30%, guys. So those of you that went in with higher margin, the margin I use is $270. Those of you that went in with like 1,000 margin, 5K margin, whatever your amount is, if you're happy with a 30% move, take your win and move on. There's nothing wrong with scalping quick 30%. You're in the trade for 3, 4, 5 minutes, 30%. 1 in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. You got the profit. You're happy with your percentage, your gains. Take it, move on to the next trade. You compound those, and now we're talking about some serious money and growing your account.
You were asking me about Zcash earlier. I just cannot find a scenario to long this right now.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I went
on the
through
1 hour?
That's on the 1 hour. I'm on the 15 minute. I mean, the 15 minute, you could make a case for a move to the upside. But even then, man, it seems, let's see here. We had this small head and shoulders, but that didn't really play out. You just consolidated. This is kind of rounding out, but it's kind of reaching a top here. If you lose this trend line on the 1 hour, I mean, it's a lot of downside there. You know what?
And you're approaching, what's your yellow line? Is that your 200 or your 21?
Yeah, this is 200.
You're approaching your 200 on the 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean, we saw this move here when the 21 crossed the 200. We saw a big move to the upside. You could have, as we call it, the Sammy special, of course, here. 21 crosses the 200, and then it comes back and bounces on the 21. And you can see price went from 375 at that point, and currently at 447. So. Not to say that this chart is going to always be bearish. We lost a lot of values. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, this is a good time to buy. Like, it's going to bounce. And so, you could easily form what I would like to see for long scenarios, the double bottom, come back down to here. If we stair step down or kind of round down, then you could make an argument as like, hey, there's some long scenarios, but I can't long just because you got a lot of stop loss scenarios popping up here. I mean, even if you come to the bottom, even if you came back down here, that's 350, and so this would be an area where I think we would likely retrace down to if we lost this pattern here. So. It's not in a spot to long, and it's not in a spot to short right now. So for me, it's more of a wait and see. I don't think that any big move is coming out of Zcash right now. I think it had a lot of volatility. It's trying to find itself. It's probably going to consolidate right around this 440 range. But if we lose a pattern, then maybe we look at some shorts.
Yeah, Bitcoin just completely said, "Fuck you, we're reversing."
Clap.
Yeah,
Man.
we'll see if our stop loss gets hit here.
High volatility, guys.
Yeah,
I mean, this is not
yeah.
for the faint of heart, man. You got to have your battle gear on.
And that's why I said, man, like, if you're up 30% and you're happy, take it. Just take it, bro.
Yeah, I still think that Bitcoin's move is down to 62.3 or 62.4. You could say, hey, here, there's another. I'm a big trend line guy. You can say there's another one here, and so ultimately, if you lose this, it's more likely. I still think we're gonna come back down to this range here. So that's my
Okay.
Now I'm not confident until a point to where I'll short, but if I had to go probability, I think that we're gonna go further down. So.
All right, let's look at some other time frames here. Do any time frames actually look very bearish? How about the 2-hour time frame on BTC? Is there a bear case there? I've talked about the possibility that it could be a bear flag. I mean, I like the consolidation on the 4-hour. We're in the range we're supposed to be in. But if we got rejected from this range and never reclaimed it, it would be an extended bear flag on some of the meso time frames. 2-hour red dot, high Stokes, but look at the money flow shaping up. The trend has been reversing. The trend has been, going into a bull trend, but that stochastics on a lot of these time frames are still so high. So sideways to be healthy. Pump can, pump with higher lows. Hidden bull could continue the trend, but right now, I mean. Anything can still happen with Bitcoin. We're just scalping the very small time frames right now to see what we can get out of this market. But you never know what this market is going to give you. Yeah, still in the trade. Everything looking good. But that 5-minute bearish engulfing candle right there, that 5-minute bearish engulfing is telling you that, price wants to push down. Will it get, just some volume going the other way? Will it bounce again at the 200 MA? Maybe a larger double bottom? We have to see what happens here. It's just small time frame, high risk scalping right now. But we do have the liquidity on our side for the, for the bullish move. You see it right there. A little bit sparse to the bottom side. 61,000. To the bottom side, the real liquidity being around 59K and 64,200 to the upside if we happen to go there. Wow. So what are you thinking, Dave?
I think I'm gonna stop out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's just a volatile day, man. The 5-minute. I mean, the 5-minute. Your 200 is right here on the 5-minute on Bitcoin.
Okay.
Last time we got a pretty good bounce. So we're going to get a bounce again, 63,267. Blood Diamond, Baby Blood Diamond, 6267. Let me bring that down just a little bit, just in case we don't get wicked out on a stupid-ass bounce or on a stupid-ass wick. We'll see. If Bitcoin loses to 200, maybe we enter on short on a bearish retest. Maybe that's the play for Bitcoin here. But... yeah, I mean, I don't know. We know Rob thinks we're going down 62.3.
That's what I said since the beginning, bro. I've been watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, I want it to move up. I'm trying to get longs, man. I'm waiting for the bat wings to come in. Hyperliquid short currently. Could have got a better entry, but it's kind of right where I started looking at it.
Yeah.
Looking at WorldCoin's interesting too.
WorldCoin's up like 5% on the hour.
This thing's got a beautiful rounded out move here, just in a very bullish patterns. We had this cup and handle essentially form here, which we broke out of. It's got a trend line where it's deviated from that quite well. you could shape up another cup and handle here, which would line up with this trend line. If that's the case, you could probably ride this thing up. So potential there for another move. And we saw this thing peak out. We saw it peak up to 63 cents. And so if we get another cup and handle here, wouldn't be surprised to see it, push up to 59 cents, 60 cents again. Little shaky right now. Bitcoin going the direction it is. We got this very large green candle. You can look at this on the 5-minute. You can see that it's just a little overextended. Maybe we'll see a bear flag pop up here. Bull flag pop up here. A small little tiny one. That could be essentially your handle if it extended out a little bit. So, yeah, I think there's some money making opportunities on WorldCoin. Keep an eye on that. Don't like it right now, but I can see a big move coming here soon. Bitcoin's still bouncing around here in this little area, so we'll see what this does.
Very volatile for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yes. Volatility season. God can keep us up to date if anything changes over there as far as pulls.
That's funny. Price is going up, and he called that pull to the downside, and that's when Bitcoin topped.
What'd you say, God King?
I said I gotcha.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, no major economic data, anything like that. I don't like to trade the news, but keep us up to date on Truth Social as well.
The Japan stock market straight tanked yesterday.
Really? Okay.
Or I would say early this morning when their stock exchange was open. What's the tickers for the Japanese?
JPY.
JPY? Yeah.
Not the currency, but just the stock market.
Nikkei.
Yeah. That was down 4.5% this morning. A lot of parallels between our stock market and Japan as well. And so, what does that ultimately mean? I'm not a macroeconomist, but I'd imagine
Well, everyone's still talking about the yen carry trade.
Yeah.
And it potentially being over, right?
Yeah.
The carry trade in reverse. Interesting. People say Ondo is looking good today, and it kind of is, just in a very parabolic, slow uptrend. How do you be parabolic and slow? I've been seeing that a lot. Very slow parabolic rise.
It's like remember Bowser in Mario Kart?
Yeah.
He was the fastest one, but it took him a while to get going, But
yeah.
That was parabolic, but slow,
See what happens, man. These rising channels normally break down unless it can continue the momentum and really get that parabolic curve. Just looking at Ondo really quickly. Yep, 15-minute, nice little breakout. And interesting that the Stokes have reset on the 15, even though you've been grinding up for so long. That's telling me there's some hidden bullish there somewhere. Looking at the 4-hour does have the high Stokes, and Ondo not too bad. Nice bull flag on the daily time frame. That could be a trade. And interesting, it looked like a head and shoulder, but now you're starting to defy that right shoulder for Ondo on the daily. Looking more and more like a nice bull flag above the 200 MA. You got that double golden cross. That 50 just joined you recently. Little Stokes green dot. I like the potential trade on Ondo, but BTC needs to play ball or else this will roll over. But I like the potential trade on Ondo on the daily time frame. I'm seeing a lot of potential swing trade setups. All right, there's another one for you right there. Not official trade alert, but I like the idea of the trade.
I hit the reverse button.
Hit the reverse button.
I'm in a short.
Okay.
I reversed
nice.
on the second bearish retest.
No.
Of the trend line.
Nice. Yeah, I may lose that trade, but looks like we will win the TON trade still. We'll see what's going on. Interesting.
A lot of volatility, man. So just be careful. Those of you trading out there, have tight stop losses. And right now for my short, I got in at 63,370. And I got my stop. Above the 21 on the 1 minute. 63,478.
Okay.
TP at 63 even. So
I'm gonna go down with the ship here. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna take the loss. I'm gonna get clapped. All right, interesting.
Do we have the thunderclap?
Thunderclap. I don't think
I did add a new emoji.
have the new
So
emoji.
if you're wondering what it is, it's
thirsty Pikachu.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Pikachu cheeks. With, So thunder cheeks. And
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see what's
There's a bunch.
going on else here in this market.
Also, we'll take some requests from the community as well. Those of you that want, some TA, throw it in the chat. Mohammed said ICP. Shocker. He never wants to look at ICP. Jay, you want to look at ICP for Mohammed?
Sure. ICP been trying to get its recovery on the daily. At support, low Stokes could it get a bounce? I don't know. Very speculative. Give it to you on the 15-minute now. 15-minute time frame. You have a reset on the indicators. Green dot. Can you get a move up? Somewhat of a rounded bottom there now. It was a bull flag and maybe breaking out of it. ICP looking to speculate up, but I'm assuming BTC needs to make moves for ICP to make moves as well. So, it's doing its thing, but the 4-hour careful looks still a bit like a bear flag. A lot of these meso time frames looking like a bear flag. One spillover could bring everything down, bring the whole house down. So careful out here. But small time frames trying to come up. Large time frames got some work to do. And we'll see what happens with ICP.
Just missed my short entry. Wasn't paying attention on Siren. We saw Siren hit this top side of the channel here, get rejected. This was at 124. Came up, wicked here again, 124. You could trade this down to, had this at least here several. Let's see what you could potentially do for this here. So that's a 2.5. Let's see where a stop loss. Hide the stop loss. Let's just drop a horizontal there. Oh, perfect. If it comes back up, I was hunting this, but had a very quick candle that came up. But if it gets back to the trend line, maybe I'll take this short. Right now, it's not where I want it to be, but keep a close eye, see if it bounces back up there. But may jump in on a Siren short if we get back up to $1.25.
Siren short. Nice. Let's see. What else is shortable out here? Oh, longable.
Crypto Cowpoke said beat.
Beat.
Isn't that something you talked about, Rob?
Oh, yeah.
Audera.
Audera. That's the audio.
Yeah,
thing,
I talked about that a while ago.
Way
That
extended, I'll
one's
tell you
a,
that one.
This is something that's very streaky, right? I don't know. This one pumped the same time Humanity did. Humanity pumped and then just died and then came back. Same thing with Audera. It's what I like about this is that it's not like a meme coin. It's not super speculative, but some kind of utility there, I guess. They're in the what is it called? The the audio space or something like that.
Yeah, some type of audio utility or something like that. It's some type of audio platform, blockchain platform. I'll tell you this, just looking at the chart, I mean, if I was in a long, that's a good take profit. And a good take profit on the long is usually a good entry on the short. Not telling you to do that, but man, you extend it. You're so extended from everything. It looks like a good place to take profit. And when longs take profit, it's a short. It's a sell. This thing could come down. Be very careful. If I was holding it or even trading it, I would take profits, at least partial profit. Pay yourself. It's not going to keep going up forever. Pay yourself. But yeah, very extended. We'll see what happens with it. I mean, it could be consolidating on the smaller time frames, but I don't know, man. That's not the kind of stuff that I buy. And look at that. Yep, 30-minute, nice consolidation, a bit sideways right there, at least temporarily. Some more people are going to FOMO in it. Money flow deep in the green. Could it get one more pop? Maybe, but you're being greedy. You're being greedy. Greed will be the end of you.
How does it feel not having your sound effects?
Feels a bit empty, I gotta say. But we got a Steam Deck right here. Let's fix that in the future. I want my fuzz. I don't want to make it too crazy though. This show is a little bit more informative, and we have a lot of other perspectives here. We gotta have that variation. But technically some bullish consolidation there on the 30-minute. Not trying to tempt you. I'm just saying a great take profit overall on Aldera. Folks, feel free to keep requesting those coins in the chat. We'll put it in the queue. If you want to jump the queue and support the channel, send a super chat. We appreciate that. And a like is good too. If you just just hit the like button, that really helps out as well. If you're requesting coins, we appreciate likes. It does help us out a lot. Let me get some Buddha emojis in the chat. What's going on? Come on, 5, baby.
I see a nice bounce here on this this bottom trend line. So could get us to the back into this pattern here, which ultimately will be bullish. We can get back up to 63.8. Maybe then we can start flipping long. Still, keeping an eye on Cardano. Yeah. So we'll see. This is on the 15-minute Bitcoin. Got that megaphone again.
Has anyone looked at H?
I've heard a lot about that, man. I think it's been
humanity?
pumping.
That's humanity. Okay.
No, let me see.
That's humanity.
H.
That's something I think Rob's talked about that one before.
The human coin.
You know what else? ETH. ETH is. Let's take a look at ETH. Here's ETH. Let's go to the 4-hour on ETH here.
Looks a lot like Bitcoin.
Yeah, reclaimed the 21 on a pretty big move up. Looks like it's bear flagging here a little bit. It's a mini bear flag here on ETH.
Mini bear flag.
Bear
looks
pennant,
like a
bear flag.
Looks like a mini pennant to me, actually, like a bull flag, actually.
Yeah, bull pennant, kind of bull flag, bull pennant.
Yeah. I see that mini bull pennant. Money flow. What's important here is you're crossing the moving averages bullishly, and the money flow is green. Okay, that's what's important here. That is a bullish cross. That is a trend reversal. Will it hold? 1
hour though, just got a red dot on decreasing volume. I guess these are these equal? These are equal. So the descending volume or descending momentum here, like so, with VWAP crossing below, and looks like money flow is kind of capped off here a little bit on ETH. Do have a baby blood diamond on a green candle. That's usually not a good thing. That's on the 1 hour. Let's check the 30-minute on ETH. Kind of ping-ponging around, taking out shorts, taking out longs, not giving two shits about who's got what.
I'm seeing a small volatile pump on everything. If I had this, if I had to sum it up in, just a few words, volatile pump on a small time frames for everything. It makes it look bearish and then it rips it. It looks bullish and then it dumps it. Yeah. Right? But over time, the small time frames are rising and there's a slow recovery on Bitcoin currently. But those medium time frames, be careful. Every 4 hour looks like a bear flag on everything. I'm telling you, half of a inverted head and shoulder looks like a bear flag at times. Half of it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what we're at with that. That's where we're at with things.
Anything you're seeing on ETH here for this is your, as we get lower time frames, we can kind of make these a little more precise. There's your 15-minute pennant bounce, whatever you want to call it. You can extend this sucker out here. It's pretty ugly, but that's a bullish consolidation above below the 21 on the 15-minute, but above the 200 and the 100. Mm-hmm. Here's your 5-minute. 5 minutes catching some bounce at the 200 repetitively. Look at the confluence we have with our trend line we drew and with the 200 sitting right there on ETH. Bounce, 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 bounce times 2.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Is there enough money for us to?
How's liquidity on Ethereum? I could look at that when you're ready. I have it
Go
right
ahead.
here.
This might be a nice quick scalp here. But go ahead.
Now, there's the liquidity right here. You got it on both sides. Local liquidity under us, very light, though, at 1,670. The real liquidity, the real batch down at 1,643. We do have some concentrated liquidity all the way up at 1,723 and starting at 1,700. So a lot of liquidity both ways. But I would say if you ask me which side is hotter, it is to the upside. And the trend is to the upside on this time frame. 5 minute, you see it. We are gonna break trend here if we start digging into the lower liquidity. You know, I can draw the trend line there. You see the lows ascending there, and you see us breaking below the lows there. Is this a bearish retest, or do we get back into that upwards channel and splash into the upward liquidity? We might just, I'm not sure, but it has a, hey, there it is. There it is. All right, so yeah, I'll give you the cue, Laura. I love that. Then you're fine. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's an interesting trend line there for Ethereum. Liquidity favors the upside, but now you're trying to lose the trend. Lose the trend, you go to the downside, and we'll see what happens for Ethereum. But of course, a proxy of Bitcoin.
Yeah. Speaking of Bitcoin, seeing a little bit of a push up here on Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Don't enter along now because you'll get stopped out.
Seriously.
Here's the 5 minute. We're approaching the 21. So expecting a rejection here. It's at 578. Move this up to 578. Let's do that. And let's see. I'm still in the short, currently down right now, but I'm expecting it to roll over, but also prepare to.
Yeah.
Also, we're about to get a bearish cross here on the 5 minute as well, as the 21 is looking across below the 100 on Bitcoin. But what does that look like to you, JP, on the 5 minute?
5 minute. So I don't have that 100 moving average, but I did
look
have
at this.
Yeah, just look at yours. Yeah. That is significant, I would say.
Potential W forming.
I do see the W forming. There's a double bottom, which is a W basically on the 5 minute off the 200 of May. And a little bit of bullish, a div a little bit on that right bottom. It went a bit lower with the wick, while the stochastics and market cipher momentum waves has went higher. But we'll see, man. This thing could just thunderclap down. We don't know. But right now, it's kind of just hanging out in the zone. We have to see how it plays out. Bitcoin, very volatile. Hard to scalp here with certainty.
Amen to that.
Somebody in the chat's getting real thirsty about a WorldCoin trade. So
add it to the queue.
I'm just looking at it right now. It's
All right.
not in a good spot, man. So I mean, it's moving.
What are you looking at? A short or a long?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's like look at the 1 hour here, man. And the 1 hour, it's like wow, you can't trade this until you get a confirmed reversal here. Some kind of, I mean, there's just no red candles in sight here. I mean, we're in, we've broken through the previous highs here, and this is the 30 minute. I mean, you go back, your next area of resistance is about here. So I mean, you could see this playing out both ways, right? I mean, this is our new channel here. So I mean, expect price to bounce around between 55. I mean, maybe if you want to put in a short at 55, that would be a good spot to short. We've had a lot of money making opportunities from the 55 before, especially this one. And so if you're looking for a trade and you're asking like, well, should I trade now? Don't trade now because we don't know what direction it's going, right? You could see it come back, retest, but what I would do is I would just wait for it to get to the top side of the range. And I don't even know if it's going to hold support here because you got this trend line here.
A breakout.
So, yeah, I mean, I would wait till 55 cents and then I would short that turkey right there. You just had so many shorts here in recent memory at that exact price. So that's what I would do. I would just if you're thirsty for a trade, wait for it to get. It's at 53.2, so it's not far away, bro. It's not far away. 53.3. Wait for it to get to 55, and then punch that sucker down.
Guys, Bitcoin 1 minute. Are we seeing a head and shoulders, or are we seeing a retarded slanted W?
No, I was seeing a head and shoulders,
Right? Because you got two patterns here.
and that's gonna hit right
Story
here.
of today.
That's gonna hit
Left
right
shoulder,
there. Yeah.
Head, right shoulder, or a semi-special slanted W.
Semi-special slanted W.
Yeah. This is a.
That's too many bottoms for W.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is a very tough market to trade in, but that's why you're watching the show, right? Because we're
Seriously.
sharing ideas. We're not going to be right on direction 100% of the time, but as long as we minimize our losses and we maximize our wins, we're going to come out ahead. So
I don't know what it is, but so far we're respecting about 63,300. We keep bouncing from that area,
Yep.
and it seems to be the point of the control. The POC, the range right now around 63,359. What's significant is that we just went into the green on the money flow in the 1 minute, like right now. We've been red for a while. We've been red ever since 9:44 a.m. our time. So momentum shift to the upside, money flow green. That's what I like to see when I see a rounded bottom. I'm not saying this is perfectly rounded, but it is attempting to round and recover. Money flow heading green. Respect the POC. Respect the low. Start to recover. I'm not telling BTC what to do, but we'll see what happens here. Still under that 200, though. It has a while to go. It needs to prove itself. 5 minute, all I see is the double bottom. That's all I see. Stochastics getting high very quickly. Could get rejected in the bearish case at the 21. I'm just going through time frame at the time frame. 15 minute, trying to bounce from the 50. We're in this rising channel still. Interesting. Money flow shaping up on the 2 hour. That is critical. If we can start flipping the money flow on some of these medium time frames, we can see BTC. We can see BTC for a more, more certainty with some of these, bullish moves. Every bullish move seems so shaky. It seems like you're going against the macro trend every time you're long. But, the story may change. The sentiment may change as the money flow flips from time frame to time frame. And I'm going to pull up the fear and greed index. I want to see, are we getting more fearful? Are we getting more greedy in the market? How are we? We're at an 8. Man, yesterday was a 12. Extreme fear in the market. Usually a really good time to buy Bitcoin and buy anything on spot, really. So more fear in the market, but interesting as price is starting to rise a bit, right? A little bit of a divergence, or maybe some type of delay in price and sentiment, right? Sentiment going lower, price slightly going higher. The ones with courage, starting to find the positions, especially spot positions in coins. We'll see what happens. I'm still cautiously bullish on the 4 hour time frame, but understanding that we are overbought now. That we are overbought and things could roll over so easily. All right.
Virtuals is getting a bid. Eyeing that potential short again. We have our kind of area here we're watching, 60.52 cents for a potential virtual short. Now, I don't want to just short it blindly, but guys, I mean, just so many mixed signals today. M pattern.
Yeah, seriously.
Into a bear flag that looked like it was going to break out. That got invalidated. Now you're coming into a W pattern with a double bottom here. Bottom 1, bottom 2. Are we going to come and meet this high here and kind of flag out until we push to the upside? Higher time frames. I don't know.
BTC getting a move here is getting a move right now.
Yeah, getting a big push.
God
right now.
King, any shift in the casino?
No, the demand's still at negative 100.
I see it curving though, and you see the double bottom 5 minute Hakanashi candle.
We did just come up here and test this exact point here on this weird W you were mentioning. So we're here again. So we'll see. Will we get rejected again, or will we push through? If we push through, we should land back into this range that we were playing around with over here. But yeah, we'll keep a close eye. Looks like initially got rejected here. We got a wick to the upside, and looks like we're heading down. And so,
you know what, guys?
yeah, I mean, we hit it once, we hit it twice, so likely to come back down to 63,425 here.
I'm gonna
Unless this closes above.
I'm gonna say for today, I'm only gonna look for setups 15-minute time frame and higher.
Yeah.
The low time frames are just too far. I mean, there's too many mixed signals.
Shakeout is real. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Here's the 15, and here's the thing too. Like we're seeing so, like, look at this. We're seeing a bounce off of the 21, a red X on a green candle, which typically would tell me to short the shit out of it. But then look how low the Stokes are. Look how low the Stokes are. VWAP is about to cross above 0. And money flow is expanding to the upside. And that's on the 30-minute time frame. 1 hour time frame, and we're on Bitcoin, of course. See that wick down, caught support at the 21 MA. So if you got into a long at 63,250 off of a bullish retest, although it wasn't technically a Sammy special because the 21 is below the 200 on the 1 hour time frame. Here's your 2 hour rising. You can call do you want to call this a cup and handle? You want to call this a rising channel? That was a terrible drawing.
It could potentially be both.
Correct. And then the 4 hour looks kind of bearish. Like the 4 hour looks kind of bearish, right? VWAP curving down. Looks like momentum wave has peaked. Stokes pinned to the ceiling here. Double top on the Stokes. Blue reversal triangle flash on market side for A, which is currently playing out. And we're kind of consolidating up. You can look at this and zoom out a little bit on the 4 hour and call this a bear flag.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Remember I was saying half of an inverse kind of looks like a bear flag. That thing looks like a bear flag. It could roll over so easily, but if it just goes sideways a little bit and
just grinds up,
pull to the upside.
Pull to the upside.
Pull to the upside.
Short it.
But yeah, if it could just go sideways a little bit and just improve the money flow on some of the medium time frames, I can see BTC recovering, but we have not yet still confirmed the recovery. But it does look good on the smaller time frames for scalps. But for those bigger
right.
trades, it's no confirmation.
All right, I'm gearing up for my trade, bro.
Tell us.
What you doing, man?
Gearing up for that world coin, bro, my dude.
You longing it?
No, shorting this thing. I don't know.
Oh, you are shorting it?
Yeah, I'm going to short this thing at this 55. So...
Wow,
we
boy,
just
let's do it. Scalp it, baby.
We just tapped this thing too many times, right? Now, you just got to be careful. We've seen some wicks, so I'm going to try to hide the stop loss above the wick highs here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 wicks. This one cleared it, but I'm not going to go quite that high. So let's do this. Let's put in a short. This is going to put me in on 2 different shorts. I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to ride this thing back down to the same range that we'd seen this same move play out 5 times here recently. So I'm just going to go off of history and probabilities. I'm going to need the entry to get to 55. Let's lower this down here. That gives me a 3. Let's go 55.10. It gives me a 3.15 trade.
And I'm sorry, Rob, you're a short, right?
Yes, this is a short. This is on WorldCoin, and I got a 3.5 trade setup. I'm going to be playing the range bounce. I think that we're going to see some more sideways consolidation here like this. Had a big move to the upside. It probably won't shoot straight down, but I mean, I don't know. We've gotten some strong moves to the downside here. I just need to get tapped in here at 55.10, and then we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a trade alert on my side.
Give him a trade alert, baby. Trade alert.
Attention. Trade inbound.
Here you go, man.
Give me some money.
Attention.
Did it reach you? Did it reach you?
Alert.
So much money.
You know where those have been, right?
I don't care.
Okay.
We got the ton trade cooking right now. Front running Bitcoin making its way. Congratulations to anybody who was in the ton trade. I may be looking to close this thing out, man. Up almost $1,000 here.
Close that shit out, bro. This fucking market, bro.
And this market,
fucking
seriously.
market. Fuck this market. Close that shit out.
Close it out right now. 900. Okay, let me bring up that stop loss.
Fucking wild. Fucking wild.
All right, we're gonna make sure we secure some profit here. I like to take profit like this.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
I'll confirm $800 there if it doesn't go below the 21 MA. And Bitcoin, man, coming right back down.
It came back up and it tapped the 63,615 again.
All right, Zen Centers.
2 taps here.
We need to Zen right now, bro.
Yeah, we do need. Yeah, we need to get Zen.
Double tap and straight rejected. Yeah, I mean, once again, looks like we're heading down back into this lower trend line here. Just to give you my view of what I'm looking at here is we lost this rising channel. We formed an additional one here. If we break out under here, going back down to 62.3 is my play. Looking at the hyperliquid trade, I'm currently in loss right now. So we did bounce off the 21. I still feel confident about this. I feel confident with the stop loss here. So if you do like this trade, you could still get in on it. Put your stop loss above these this high here. Be a good place if you want to join in on the hyperliquid short, WorldCoin. So, all right, what you laughing at?
I gotta do a quick update.
What the fuck?
What you got going on? What's going on?
What is this?
What is it?
What are we doing?
It's all over the place.
What are we doing, bro?
Hey, let me talk to my Zen Centers here. If you follow my trade alert, I can't tell you what to do, but I've now put my stop loss into break even on Bitcoin. Okay, we were down, it started pumping again, we're up again. It even tried to take me out. Look,
Is this from the original long? And
the original long, you know, my trade alert earlier, it could still be valid here, still a double bottom. Look, they try to wick me out right there just before I put my stop loss into break even. They try to wick me out. I was down a couple $100. Now I'm up 190. I'm just gonna put the stop loss in the break even. If it takes me out, it takes me out. Do what you want to do, but I got to protect myself. What's more important than making money is
preserving money,
not losing money, right?
Yeah.
No.
I will say though, if you keep coming up and testing, these resistance lines, you touch it 1, 2,
it's getting a bit
3
bullish.
times. Yeah, because that's ultimately what makes a head and shoulders, right? Inverse head and shoulders is 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and so. If you're looking for a long scenario, this is pretty bullish, right? I mean, you also got a bull flag here forming, a little tiny one, but ultimately that could be just enough to bring you above this 63.6, which could get you back into the pattern that we've been waiting to get back into, which is.
1 minute, bro. Also, guys, check your accounts if you've been trading with us on Bitunix. Funds have been sent for the trading competition.
Woo.
Yes. And, by the way, I'd like to show you guys something. Don't pull this up yet. Wait. I just want to show you guys how much we love you. So, we were 4 million short on getting to 100 million.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're talking about trading competition with the Bitunix rep. I was like, man, we're so close. They went ahead and they gave us the prize pool for the 100 million.
No way.
So they put up an extra $5,500 for all the traders.
Nice.
And so big thank you to Bitunix. This is one of the reasons why we love them. And, they had asked me like, hey, for the extra $5,500, because we should have had $4,500 in bonus. or in winnings, but it got up to 10K. So there's 5,500. Their first idea was to just divvy the 5,500 for the top 5 volume traders. And like I came in number 2, you came in number 1. I didn't want to do that. So what I told her, I was like, look, just evenly distributed, top 10 volume, top 10 ROI.
Nice.
And so everyone got an extra bump. Whoever that is got stopped out.
That was me, stopped out. Yeah, the BTC trade at break even. Yep, stopped out.
So what I want to show you guys is this. The way you claim it. So you'll get portion of it in spot. So when you go to your wallet, under spot, that's where you'll find it. The second one is going to be under your bonus. You're going to click on, you're going to hover over your little name thing here. My rewards, okay? To redeem, it'll say futures bonus. Now, this acts exactly like real money, except you cannot withdraw the money. What it does is it absorbs your losses and it covers your fees. Once you run through it, so let's say you made, let's say your bonus is $500 and you've made $500. Your account now is at $1,000, but you can withdraw all of it. But you cannot withdraw up until that bonus is completely gone. And if you want to know how much is left, go back to this page, click in use, and it'll show you here. You can see mine. It'll show you here remaining 155 out of 315, remaining 385 out of 385. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you want to withdraw and you won some money from the bonus, come here, go to in use, and look how much is left. If it says 0, you're free to withdraw. If you withdraw while there's still money at play, you will lose the bonus. Don't do it. Continue to trade with it. Once you've used up all the bonus, then you can withdraw like it's regular money. But the money that got landed in your spot account, you can withdraw that whenever you want. So shout out to everyone who was trading with us in the trading competition. In turn, you've made money. You've helped the channel grow. You've helped the channel support the channel. And also another big thank you to Bitunix for bumping us up to that 100 million category. They didn't have to do that. They probably shouldn't have done that, but they did it anyways, and we love them for it. So thank you. Thank you. That's all I got.
Awesome.
Alex over here said, for real?
For real.
You ranked, didn't you, God King? You ranked.
He was somewhere
Cake,
there.
took cake. I took second. God King ranked 3rd or 4th?
4th.
And then someone else ranked 4th. So those hit today.
Look out for more contests in the future.
Yeah.
Yes,
Also,
yes,
if you
yes.
guys, I want to throw this out to the community as well. If you guys have any cool ideas on doing something with trading at Bitunix, they're pretty lenient. They're pretty giving. So I can tell them to do a 10K prize pool, a 15K prize pool. Obviously, we'd have to hit some numbers in terms of volume. But if you guys have any ideas on how we can have some fun, make some money, and get Bitunix to pay us some money as well, throw it in the chat or tag us on X or send us a DM on X at Sin City Crypto. And then we're all ears here. We're always looking to make the experience for the traders and the people watching better. Anyone keeping track of any requests from the chat?
I got my tablet here. I haven't been writing anything down.
Okay.
What do you guys want?
SC Rim said the move today is not to trade. For majority of people, I agree. I mean, I've taken some L's today live on the show. I've taken 2 L's already. I think a day like today, sure. If you want to not trade, cool. Like no problem. No money gain, no money loss. Or you just bring down the frequency of your trades and trade higher time frames, because the lower time frames will eat you up. I mean, I got 2 of my trades got eaten up on lower time frames. He was in the profit $200, got stopped out for a break even in like 1 candle. And so you make a good point, my friend, SC Rim. But if this is what you do for a living, and you want to pick up some trades, maybe move to the higher time frames. Also, Alex O said order block retest up. Okay, so we got a few. Oh, you know what? Barachain. Let's take a look at Barachain. JP, do you want to queue up either Tau or Chainlink? And then Rob, if you want to do the one he doesn't do. So I'll do Barachain, and then we got Tau and Chainlink. Rob, why don't you do Chainlink and we'll have JP do Tau. I'll start us off with Barachain. This is another, I believe, an airdrop people farmed. Let's look
Am I
at
doing Tau?
He's on.
You want to do tower or chain link?
I don't know.
chain
Whichever
link.
one. Which one?
You want to do chain link? Do
Link?
chain link.
Sure.
Yeah. Here is Barachain. Oh my God. Here's the weekly. Whoa, shit. Yo, look at this. Now, you might look at this and say, wow, that's a dead project. This is actually what ICP looks like. In fact, let's do a double and let's bring up ICP on this side. Now, bet you they look very similar. Where is ICP? Here's ICP. Let's also go to the weekly on ICP. Obviously, a little more price history here, but similar story, right? I mean, on your left side is Barachain. On your right side is Internet Computer Protocol. Okay. This looks thinner because it's more price action, and you got to squeeze it down a little more to get the wick high. But here, we'll just do this. All right. Some argue that this wasn't the real top. Okay, fine. Can we take this as the top? Very, very similar. And do any of them get bids? I don't know. Let's go to Barachain. This is the weekly. I don't know. Like this, I mean, you're at like the lows. How much lower can you go? We don't know because there's nothing below us to tell us where support is outside of the low. What is that?
Taking out from a ton in profit there.
Okay. In profit or break even?
Profit for that one.
Nice. Good stuff, bro.
Yeah, $825
Let's
bucks. 100%, baby. 103%. Shout out to anybody that followed that trade I put out last night. Been in it all the way since last night for ton coin, but now starting to retrace. Just want to be safe and take my profits here. 103%, 825 ton, baby. Let's go.
Well, I say you don't go broke taking profit, right?
Absolutely.
Love to see it. Okay, so Barachain. By the way, I'm looking at this for potential trade setups. I don't own this coin. I do not plan on buying this coin. I've heard of this coin, but I've never even thought of this coin. Okay, but because someone asked, I'm just looking at it. Seeing some increasing volume here on the higher time frames. VWAP expanding to the upside on the 12-hour. Momentum looks pretty good on the 12-hour, although price isn't really moving much. I mean, you got your 21 sitting here at 30 cents even. By the way,
got tapped in on the world coin.
You did?
So yeah. So now we're in official short territory here.
Nice, nice.
We'll see how this plays out.
Where's your stop? I'm going to follow you on that, Rob. I'm going to follow you on that trade.
Okay, I got stop.
Market order?
Yeah, you can go ahead and market order. We're above my entry or right at it.
What's your stop?
Stop 56.78
56.78
is the stop.
TP?
And then TP, I got it at 49.79.
Okay. Take profit should be lower. That's a sell, right? Take profit should be lower than the primary order. It is, you numbnuts. Oh, I did it backwards. So, yeah, it's a short. Okay. Sell. TP.
You got $49.
Oh, shit.
0.4979.
Okay.
That would make sense. 0.5678. Right? 5678?
Yeah.
Let's do 300 to make 1,000. How does that sound?
There you go.
Okay. All right. I'm in the trade with my boy Rob.
Hey.
WorldCoin. Now this is we're front running it here, so it's in my opinion, this is Rob's trade. But if I'm analyzing it, a little more risky if you're front running a potential reversal. But if we go back to Rob's chart there, if you still have it up, Rob.
Yeah. And so I'm just kind of going off of price
Look how many
history.
times we were rejected there outside of that one deviation. And I like it because the stop's pretty tight. You know, we're not risking too much money.
Yeah.
And if it does spill off, I mean, we're making.
And also, I'm hiding the stop right above a couple of these wicks here. Now, we have seen it wick above, so that's where your risk really comes in. You know, we got this, and so it's a higher risk for sure. But we fell short of this line here 3 different times. So with the move that we've seen, wouldn't be surprised to and also we've just seen a lot of bounces right at this level, right? And so we got a bounce here, we got just shy there, we got a bounce here. So I like this, higher risk. It's definitely on a tear, so could just quickly get stopped out on this. But with the move it just had, I think we're going to see a reversal here.
Sweet. Back to Barachain here. We are getting a reversal signal flash here, but the volume is still increasing. We have some bull div and hidden bear div on the 4-hour time frame. Nothing that tells me, ooh, what is this? Money flow curving back over to the downside. Curious what the 2-hour looks like. Ooh, VWAP's crossing down. Momentum is pinned to the ceiling here, guys. This might be a good opportune time for a short here. And we're right there by the 100-day moving average. Let's take a look at the 1 hour here on Barachain. Just had a baby blood diamond on a green candle that just closed. Well, closed about 25 minutes ago. Do we get one more bid up to the 200? A scam wick to the 200 on Barachain. Can you even trade this thing on Bitunix? Bara, you can. Volume is too low. $1 million in volume, guys, that's not very good. The slippage on this must be insane. Must be some stupid, insane slippage here. If you're entering with any sort of size, maybe you do this spot. If you look in, well, you can't really short spot. Never mind. Yeah, but I mean, if you're willing to take the risk on low liquidity, I'd be looking for a short on Barachain. Kind of looking for a premium entry here. Maybe you fall just short. Maybe you do maybe a tweezer top on the wick. Tight stop loss above the 200 on the 1 hour. And take this thing down to where the 21 right now is meeting the 100 on the 1 hour. And that's a 3.44 to 1 trade setup on a short for Barachain. That's what I'd be looking at. VWAP is below 0 and expanding to the downside. Stokes are overbought. Volume decreasing significantly. Might see a little chop here. I mean, 30-minute here. You could say this is maybe a little bit of a bull flag here. Coming into a fake breakout double top rollover, which is what we're betting on. And then I'm not going below the 15-minute. Here's a 15-minute time frame. This thing is still in an uptrend. Potential head and shoulders on the 15-minute if this high holds. If that high holds and we don't break above this high, this could be a head and shoulders that should break to the downside. Or if we get tapped into the trade, this becomes an M. Push to the downside, trying to catch support at the 21/100 MA on the 1 hour time frame. And so for Barachain, I'd be looking for a short, not anything I'm trading personally. The liquidity is just too low for me. I'll send it over to JP for a Tau breakdown.
Okay. Yeah, I've been looking at Tau. Tau looks like it's just about ready for a daily long. If we can get more confirmation on Bitcoin, if the market keeps going in the current direction, I'm seeing a potential a long setup on Tau for the daily. Looks like a nice morning star pattern, a beautiful bullish engulfing candle on the daily, followed by another hammer candle, green candle. Low Stokes curving up, green dot, VWAP heading up. Looking like a bottom on the momentum waves. It looks like a good potential swing long on the daily for Tau. We'll see what happens here. I'm sure there's a better entry somewhere, but not too bad on a daily time frame. We'll look at the 4 hour. It looks very similar to Bitcoin, kind of consolidating now after the big move up above the moving averages and ready for the next attack at the 50 MA. Money flow starting to shape up on the medium time frames. That's important. I talked about that. The money flow needs to start shaping up. Yes, the stochastics are overbought very much on that medium time frame, 4 hour. But as long as you can get that money flow looking good and stay in the range, and that is good for continuation. Let's go ahead and look at some smaller time frames. 15-minute Tau. What's it doing right now? Tau is respecting the 21 and getting that slow grind up. Yeah, not too bad. Slow grind up, making moves. Yeah, breakout to breakout. Nice bull flag. Yeah, making moves on the small time frames. Tau looking to make a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. It's been here for years.
Hey.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, I like
Actually,
it.
it's been here for a couple of years.
Yeah, one more daily green candle. Tau looks pretty decent, man. I would swing it.
Swing for the fences?
Swing it, man. Yeah.
Is that a trade alert?
See if we can get a home run. See if we can get a home run on Tau. I mean, a little bit unconfirmed right now, but you know, I can't trade alert that, but something to look out for. Okay, I don't want anybody going too hard out here, but keep an eye out on Tau on the daily.
It's hard on these streets, bro.
It's good out here.
All right, Rob, you're up, my friend.
All right, I want to start by showing you this Chainlink versus BTC. This is the 24-hour. It's, you know, this is just trading side by side with Bitcoin. It just, honestly, if you're gonna trade Chainlink, just go ahead and trade Bitcoin. I mean, it doesn't deviate at all. You have to go back to the 1 year. Back in July. Now, if you feel like altcoins are starting to get hot again and Bitcoin's consolidating, we're seeing kind of that altcoin push. This is a good representation of, you know, how Chainlink can easily outperform Bitcoin. I'm just not seeing it anytime recently. And so for that reason, I would say just trade Bitcoin. But if you want to get into the charts, we do got a big move, and this is something we're seeing on Bitcoin as well. I got two horizontal lines here, or two lines kind of going across the top here. One, I got a wick high, which is in blue, which is right where we're at right now. And then you have this...
Who that? Is that you?
This wedge here.
I'm being sneaky. Get into
What are you sneaking in, bro?
Sneaky ass motherfucker.
I'm sneaking in the long, man. I don't know. I like it. I like the
and
W.
I'm looking at this Chainlink thing, and it's exactly what Bitcoin's doing. So my whole point was like, hey, Bitcoin looks like it's gonna probably break out because Chainlink looks like it's gonna break out. The two are trading side by side. They just came out of this wedge. They just broke. It briefly broke above the wick high here, came back down, back into the pattern, broke out again. Seems pretty bullish. So I'm assuming you probably saw something similar. You're longing Bitcoin? Is that what you're doing?
I'm longing Bitcoin, yeah. 5 minute time frame, yep.
On the 5 minute?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I like the respect that was given to the 21 MA there. I like the double bottom. Stokes a little bit high, but sometimes that happens, baby. We'll see. Liquidity favors the upside. Very volatile, but I don't know. I see Bitcoin still in an uptrend on the small time frames. You know, it's uptrend, but just enough to stop you out, right? This is that kind of stop you out and keep going market. So we'll see.
We broke it. We broke out of it. Here. So this is that.
There it is.
This is that resistance we kept running into. Double tapped it here, hit it here again, broke out. We did just smack the 200 though. We'll see if we can break above that. Currently at the 200. Will we break the 200? Looking pretty bullish. I'm liking it. Probably not good for my trades, but.
BTC head into the liquidity zone. Once again, let me point it out for you. Hot liquidity at 64,750. That can get you to 65,000 BTC. The liquidity block starts at pretty much 64,261. We're right below it. Bitcoin may, put a double bottom in, but is that some type of a falling wedge right there? Was that a falling wedge, falling channel that we broke out from right there? Here you go. Can BTC make its way on up into that hot liquidity? I like to align my trades with the liquidity heat map. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it's slow and boring, but we should see fireworks if it gets into the zone.
Yeah, pull up my screen. Yeah, that just happened.
Yeah, rejection at what? 1 minute, 200?
Yeah, that's the 1 minute at the
Holy
200.
shit.
Yeah.
Volatility.
Bro,
It was a nice try there, Bitcoin. Nice try.
Today's been a wild day, bro. Today has been a wild trading day.
Whoa, this thing is, whoo, boy.
Battlefield time frame.
Whoa,
that 1
boy,
minute.
look at this thing. Yo.
Awesome.
I gotta take a piss.
It just ran into the 21 here and just blew past that. We do got a potential trend line here that could hold this thing up. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see if this holds it. That's gone. All right. Oh.
Let's see. Will it respect that 21? That was my reasoning for getting back in the trade. So far, bearish engulfing candle. Will it bounce on the 21, the white line?
No, it did not.
Will you bounce?
On the 1 minute, it didn't.
Yeah, I'm going to 5 minute. Right now, bearish engulfing. We'll see what happens. 2 minutes left in the candle. How low will it go? Will this be the dump? Will this be the dump to clap the bulls, or will this be just, a shakeout once again, a shakeout before it rips? Man, BTC is just putting intimidation and fear into the traders right now. Okay, are you fearful? Say I'm scared if you're fearful right now.
I'm scared.
If you're sitting on the sideline, say I'm scared. It's okay to be scared. Oh, man, I'm not scared, but, man, BTC is feisty, but it is still respecting the lines it's supposed to respect. Let's see what happens. Do you get now a move up, or do you clap down? Any update on the casino god king?
After the pull to the upside, it's been slowly rising. We're at negative 50.
Still on a technical pull to the upside. Negative 50, still below the zero line. Interesting that the 1 minute time frame is bearish now, is saying, but the 2 minute through the 30 is bullish. Interesting. Yeah, that volatility taking a toll here on BTC.
I wanted to pull up Truth Social real quick.
All right. Anything new from
the
troll in chief?
The troll in chief was completely silent all day yesterday. He did not post for a whole 24 hours, and I was quite surprised by that.
Okay.
Well, 8 hours ago, he says Israel and Iran must immediately stop shooting. And then an hour later, he goes, both sides, Israel and Iran, are looking to do an immediate ceasefire. Final negotiations on peace are proceeding, subject to ignorance or stupidity getting in its way. The blockade will remain in place and full force in effect until the final deal is reached. Things should move quickly. Thank you for your attention to this matter. 7 hours ago.
And this is the latest.
And Israel will just do whatever he wants. So,
is this his latest attempt to just sway the markets again? It's like he's just so overt with it. He doesn't care. He just, markets go up. He teases us with a potential ceasefire. Never happens, but just enough to raise the markets for the day.
Yeah, and then come Friday, it'll be more bearish news.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't believe any of it right now. We'll see what happens. What is oil doing? Is oil responding to it and pumping or dumping? Let's see. Oil kind of in a downtrend there, guys.
Which means Bitcoin should rally, right?
It should rally, yeah. It got rejected. That's a double top right there. That looks like Bitcoin in inverse. No, didn't Bitcoin have the double bottom? Let's swip. That looks like Bitcoin's chart.
WorldCoin just lost its Stokes on the 5 minute pin to the ceiling.
Interesting.
Oh, that's a good for a short.
You're in a short.
That's what I'm saying. It's good.
I'm in the short.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm in the short.
All right.
NASDAQ trying to push. See what's going on here. A bit of a bull flag still has been in for a while. It's trying to break above the trend line right now. NASDAQ looking for a push, looking for a reason to push.
Bitcoin.
What is Bitcoin doing right now?
15-minute. I mean, there's a lot. There's just a very volatile day today. I mean, like here you have a little bit, looks like, 15-minute. Could look like a little bit of a head and shoulders. Could be a little bit of a bear flag that pushed to the downside. Question then becomes, is there enough money to short and have your stop? I guess above your 21 on the 15-minute. That's an 8-to-1 trade setup.
If it loses this trend line, there's the next stop is 62.3. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, I guess you can make
that's where your 200 is on.
You can make an argument it could bounce at 63,000 flat, but I got a feeling if it loses this here, I think it's gonna shoot past that, head down here. But I can't trade that because it's respected this little channel here for the last hour and a half. So I don't know, more of a wait and see, but
Yeah. Bitcoin getting the bearish here. Let's see what happens.
Did you get into that trade?
I'm in a trade. Yeah, I'm in a trade right now still. Yeah, down $76 long. My stop loss is below those double bottom wicks. We'll see what happens here. I'm betting that we respect the 5-minute 200. See if we stay above it or not. I mean, technically still a higher low right now, but man, very volatile. High Stokes red dot 5-minute now. We'll see if it rolls over or what happens here. Interesting.
You said the NASDAQ is pumping?
The NASDAQ was in a bull flag here trying to break out. This is just a 5-minute time frame. That was a bull flag. Green money flow trying to break out, but very, not responding much here. That could roll over as well. You never know.
WorldCoin pinned the 15-minute Stokes to the ceiling.
Okay.
I mean, this thing's running. I mean, it's pumping.
yeah, I mean, we're in a stop out territory here soon. So
I moved my stop up a little bit to 57.71, which is above the wick here.
the previous week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't move it quite that high, so I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Let me see here. Any potential good buys here on any other coins?
What about near?
Near, yeah, I got it right here.
Someone said AVAX.
Take a look at AVAX. Write that down there. All right, near protocol daily. All the daily time frames are starting to look pretty good. Was very much oversold, starting to shape up here in a positive or bullish direction. 4 hour, a bounce from its 200 MA, the yellow line, and a bit oversold right now. But money flow has shaped up. I've been looking for money flow to improve in a lot of coins, and this is a perfect example of it. You get a nice rounded bottom, a recovery, and somewhere in that rounded bottom, your money flow should flip from red to green. That is exactly what happened with Near Protocol on the 1 hour. So about to come to, the 200 on the 1 hour with green money flow. Not too bad at all. And very interesting looking RSI. You never see it look like that. Very kind of robotic and, pre-programmed there. No tinfoil. Let's see. Go to smaller time frame. 15-minute slow crawl pump. A very slow pump on most assets here. That's what I'll say. Most of these assets I'm seeing, these altcoins, even Bitcoin, a slow, volatile pump. Yeah. The bull trend is intact on the 15-minute, intact on the 5-minute with volatility. 1 minute starting to look a bit bearish as the moving averages has caught up. But, Near's is grinding up, man. It's grinding up, and the daily doesn't look too bad for a potential swing at some point.
Near protocol?
Yeah.
Enough for a trade?
No. Not right now. Not enough confirmation. You have hit resistance with the 21 MA right there. Who knows what Bitcoin is going to do? Yeah, I would be very careful with those longer swing trades right now. High risk but high reward. The 30-minute looks like it's almost ready to long, though. If you're looking for a long on Near, nice bull flag. Stochastic still resetting. This may want to come a little bit lower. Maybe there's a better sniper entry, maybe at the point of control. But I see a potential long inbound for Near, maybe something like that. Yeah, this is similar to the Bitcoin trade I got in last night. 30-minute time frame was a good time frame. Yeah, that consolidated and broke up. Now retracing. Where does it retrace? Maybe right down here. Maybe you get a nice sniper entry, but yeah, Near almost ready. Not too bad.
And then someone said AVAX. We'll take a look at AVAX.
Okay, we will look at AVAX.
Where is AVAX? AVAX, what a disappointment that one's been, huh? $7.
Daily, just like everything else, looks almost longable. High risk right now. Could just be a bear flag, but liquidation wick, green candle. Give us 3 green candles on a daily for most coins, and that gives you more confirmation. AVAX on the
had a $50,000 spot bag on AVAX. and I sold it at $28.
You ready to buy back again?
No. It's just like, you know how like you always sell at the wrong time? I don't want to say always, but there's so many times you sell at the wrong time. And then there's a few little standouts. You're like, thank God I sold that one.
Yeah, seriously. All right. So you're glad you sold that AVAX.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So, I mean, very extended on that daily. I mean, I see signs of a reversal down there. You got to be very courageous to buy these prices. The 4 hour, I see it kind of similar to Bitcoin, going sideways in healthy consolidation while improving money flow. I'm seeing a real slow but volatile recovery on AVAX, on TAO, on almost every asset I'm seeing here. And, you know, it's still a bit shaky because, I mean, if you look at, maybe like a 6 hour, perfect time frame. I rarely look at the 6 hour, I always look at the 4 hour. 6 hour, as you can see, is starting to trend up. It's trending up with volatility, but is it just a bear flag? They make it look good, make it look sweet, and then they thunderclap you.
You don't have that sound effect?
I don't have.
Oh.
But
Got a cool GIF there.
but you know, so I'm cautiously bullish is the story right now. Cautiously bullish, you know, for the reversal, but it could just be you know, a trap. It could be a trap on a 6 hour. It could be a bull trap on most time frames. But until it's confirmed bull trap, it is you know, it is an uptrend. Look at WorldCoin, man. That is just straight vertical, insane.
Yeah, I'm in a tough spot right now.
I think it's gonna roll over, man. Look at the 10-minute on WorldCoin. Baby blood diamond, volumes decreasing, VWAP below zero.
I've been checking through all the time frames, and everything from 15 to 45 minute, the Stokes are pinned to the ceiling.
Yeah, same with
Yeah,
RSI.
sometimes things just run, man. They don't give a damn, bro.
It stays there, man. Seriously.
So we'll see.
I don't know. I keep my stop loss where it is. If it gets hit, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just got a feeling it's gonna roll over. I don't know.
Yep. And I'm still in the Bitcoin trade long. I'm just swinging for the stars here. We'll see what happens. You know, maybe the Zen gods will bless me. I have no idea, man.
Where's your TP at?
TP is I got it like way up at 65,000 for whatever reason.
65. He said for whatever reason.
Yeah. I don't know what justification I have for that.
I want to know in the chat. Are you guys in any trades?
Look
right
like
now?
a good spot to stop the mouse cursor.
Close my eyes and slid that thing up all the way. I want to know, is the chat, are you guys in any trades? Rex said Bitcoin 3-minute Morningstar, which is bullish. Oil is consolidating, therefore it doesn't sway markets. That's what Shemitri said.
If it's consolidating, it's bearishly consolidating, but we'll look at it.
Holy shit. Javier said, I longed WorldCoin at 22.9 cents, up 52K. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good stuff, dude. That's awesome. Love to hear that, man. Love to hear the people in our community making money. I love it. Shoulda, woulda said longing hype. You want to take a look at that real quick, Jay?
Long and hype.
Yeah, is that a good?
Hey, I'm not opposed to it.
I'm still in a short on a hype.
I counter traded him.
Robin?
Hype.
Yeah, I believe in hype.
I believe in hype too.
Yeah, I was just expecting a pullback.
You
I
believe
mean,
the hype?
I'm still in an open trade. Currently in the red here, but yeah.
It keeps rejecting that 15-minute 21 on Hyperliquid. So if you look here, this is on Bitunix. A little bit of a bear flag here. 15-minute got rejected again. This thing should, the 15-minute says it should dump, but
I do see the bear flag, but the only problem is the Stokes are low, green dot.
Yeah.
Money flow still green on a 15-minute time frame. A bit shaky though, right? With that bear flag, man, high volatility.
To me, it looks like hype is coming to pass Solana in price. If you zoom out, hype has just been on a steady rise, steady rise. And if you look at it compared to Solana, they're doing the opposite.
Yeah.
okay. So Nets 2394 said shorting the house on Sol and ETH swing trades. Morpheus said he's long BNB from 598. C4 said I'm shorting at 64K. Javier said Athena 2 hour, a lot of chopper, ready to make a quick move in my opinion. I'm curious on that one because I think it was him who was talking about ENA on that. Yeah, ENA Athena. SC Rim said still in a short 40x from 82K.
Look
Damn.
at WorldCoin. Look at
It's
close.
dumping?
Look how close my stop loss was.
I'm telling you, bro. I think this thing's gonna roll over.
Look at my stop loss here. A fraction away from, and this is on Binance exchange order books. So
Yeah, good thing I moved mine up.
Yeah, Bitcoin rolling over.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if this continues, but this red engulfing candle here looks pretty
The
pretty
10 minute looks
reversal.
bearish, man, on WorldCoin. The 10 minute looks bearish. Momentum's rolling over. Stokes are rolling over. Red dot, VWAP continuing to push to the downside. Money flow still hasn't rolled over, but expecting that on
This
the
might
10
be
minute.
a fucking uber short right here.
Yeah.
If that was a top, now you got to be careful. You could easily be putting in, a head and shoulders. Could see a bounce. Could invalidate this whole move. Even a head and shoulders should break down. So seems like it's in a good spot for a short. Currently in one, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm still in the short as well. I believe in the short, but anything can happen.
Yeah, I'm looking at ENA. Looks a bit rough. Even on the daily still. About the opposite
He said
of
the
everything
2 hour.
else.
What about the 2 hour?
2 hour time frame. See what's going on here. You're trying to recover. High Stokes though. Red money flow at resistance. You may have a bearish cross coming here, or maybe it's a bullish cross. What if you get a pump up and the white crosses the red? I don't know, but either way, you got an engulfing candle on the 2 hour there. High Stokes could be a short potential if you get rejected right there. High Stokes, red money flow. But definitely some mixed information here. Let me zoom out some more. Yeah, I mean, you do have a lot of volume in this area. It could chop you up for a bit. Wick up, wick down, wick up, wick down. Very volatile market everywhere. But technically, at resistance right there with the 50 MA, does it dump? I don't know. So far, that current candle is reacting to it, in a dump fashion. Look at this 15 minutes starting to creep up. Slow grind, slow volatile grind to get above the moving average and potentially break out there. Interesting. But you do have bear div there, a little bit of bear div, while the money flow increasingly green.
VWAP
Man,
down.
seriously, you have no idea what's going to happen here. 10-minute did get the cross, 5-minute healthy cross. So a little bit healthy on the more recent time frame right there, but 2 hour
Some indecision.
a bit rough there. Yeah, a lot of indecision. I don't know if it's waiting on Bitcoin, but a lot of the indecision there, and you're in the dumps on the daily. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, a bit rough there.
BNB.
Yep.
Let's look at BNB. Here, I have a BNB chart. We can start with mine. I mean, am I crazy or do these all look the same? Bear flags on the high time frames.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
6 hour could potentially be setting us up for a trigger wave short if you're using Market Cipher B. So keep that in mind. Stokes high, which would be a great short setup if it does come to fruition here. Let's go ahead and draw a fib. Currently trading above is 236. You're 50. Ooh, look at that confluence there, JP. 50 plus the high volume area at 651.20.
BNB.
I like that level for a short. Go ahead and set an alert at 651.20, guys, for a potential short on BNB. A little premature right now. Look at the heavy bear div on the 4 hour. Man, this thing 6 hour. If we get a red dot on the 6 hour here on a trigger wave, I'm gonna go short here on BNB.
Careful. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah. Are you looking at 6 hour?
Yeah.
Okay. And
What are you seeing?
And what's that short area? Was it 642?
651.20. That's the 50%. That's the 50% retracement on the fib.
Yeah, I can see that.
From the top to the bottom.
Yeah. We could reject there. But right now,
chances are we'll probably reject. Let me put the 382 on here.
I will say this though, man. Right now, we look like a good move to get up there. Potentially get up there. Maybe just to get rejected, but looking like Bitcoin a little bit, going sideways in nice upwards consolidation could get you up to the moving averages. Maybe there's a tight trade there to get to that range. Very interesting. Look at the small time frames here.
Oh shit! I got filled in on a Bitcoin trade.
You did? Long, short? What are you doing? Long. Okay. Well, welcome to the club, man.
I'm up $90 already.
Welcome in.
Oh shit!
Let's go hard, man.
Okay, caught the bottom there. Let's go.
That is a nice little bottom.
That is a nice
1
little
minute.
bottom. Bro, fucking, what's my fee on this one? $10. Should we cover the fee here? Yeah, let's cover the fee, man. Fuck it. I'm so over the...
Yeah, it's getting stopped out.
Yeah, I'm going to cover my fee here, guys. I forgot I had that limit order set there. Okay. All right, Bitcoin getting rejected at the 21 on the 1 minute. I think this was a 15-minute time frame, too. It was. Look at that. Look at that perfect bottom right there, bro.
Hey. You saw it, man.
Scalp that bottom perfectly on the 15-minute time frame for Bitcoin. So we'll see. I move my stop and profit, and it'll cover my fees. If today's showing us anything, I'm probably going to get stopped out at break even, but what it is, what it is. I got my TP set at 63.9. That was originally a 6-to-1 long setup here on Bitcoin. Look at that volatility, man. On the 5 minute.
Yeesh.
So yeah. All right, guys. I got nothing else. Anything else that you guys want to talk about?
Not really. I mean, we got all that liquidity above us. We could see fireworks later. We'll see what happens. This high volatility is making it difficult on the small time frames.
Yeah.
So if you guys are looking to trade, I will be looking on the 30-minute, the 1 hour. 30-minute has been a nice time frame. I would just stay.
Fucking WorldCoin.
Yeah, I recommend looking up a bit up on the time frames there for less volatility.
Amen to that. My recommendation to you is trade the 15-minute and higher.
Yeah.
This entry was on the 15-minute. So yeah.
What about you, Rob?
I just think that what I was saying at the beginning of the show
Fucking WorldCoin
playing
Jesus
out.
Christ, I'm gonna get stopped out.
I would think that we're gonna head down here to this 62 range, so 62.4 potentially. Could find a bounce at 63, and so that's what I'm kind of keeping an eye on. Was a WorldCoin? We're back up here again.
Yeah, I'm gonna get stopped out.
Let's see if we can reverse again. It was something like this. It's in a parabolic move, and so we're just there we go. I just got stopped.
Don't worry, I'm right behind you, my friend.
I'm still in it.
You're still in?
Yeah, my stop loss is above the wicks.
Nice. Yeah, me too. But I just here's where my stop is. It's above this wick.
All right.
So
Clapping for you and a clapping for you.
yeah, give us some claps. All right, guys, we are done for the morning show. I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. If you want more TA, JP will be going live solo in about 3 hours. So subscribe to the channel, have your notification bell on, and then go hop in there. JP's been killing it on solo streams. We'll be back here tomorrow with the three of us. Same time, new starting time, 9 a.m. Pacific. And thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.